Right, I think we should be all right.
All right, sick, wicked sick. Brap, 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 brap. Remember people used to say stuff like that, like wicked sick.
What do you mean used to?
Still do, mate.
The thing is, I started saying sick ironically, and then it became an actual thing that I do. No, I'm like, oh, sick that is. It's pretty sick.
I remember when the first person ever said the word dank, and I was just like,
Dang.
fuck you on about.
Did anyone ever used to use the word peng?
Yeah.
I don't think it's serious.
I still use the word piff, kind of ironically.
That's a good one.
Should we begin?
Well, actually, how much are you picking up on those ticks of the keyboard?
Why are you just sit here renaming files?
I hadn't really noticed anything.
The rest of the hour,
Not for the whole podcast.
Just hit it. It would just make us look more like studious.
Yeah, it'll look like we're in an office.
Not
like,
I mean,
shag pad.
Whoa, you mean we're not in the studio? Yeah. We're in a different studio, slightly different studio.
We've got like Stacey on reception over there. You can hear her typing away.
That's where those condoms are going, really.
What on Stacey?
Yeah.
Hello,
Balloon animals.
Yeah. No, I can talk.
Just do that randomly in the podcast, please. And we're like, Stacey, shut up!
Just with no context. I'll cut
That's how we treat people in this office.
No, that's how we treat women in this office. Am I right?
You got the ball cream doctor on line 6. Trust, Stacey.
Not again.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I told you to not mention
that. Go on, Matt.
Right.
I've got my story anyway, so
Here we go.
I'm ready.
I don't know what order we're doing.
Research guff.
We're going to have a little challenge.
Mine is all about my lack of
life.
Organisation.
Yeah.
Mine's
just lack of everything, just going down. It
was one of
send you
like
a dick pic.
No, it was a tweet that it was like a tweet she'd seen, which was like how to. I can't remember the actual word it was used, but how to secretly ask for dick pics. And she was like, "What's your take on that?" And I was like, obviously she's a girl, so I said you should see this before. I said, as a girl, you should go into it going, "Yo, I've got this thing on my dick. I was wondering if you could have a look at it, or like, is that normal?"
Why does it hurt when I pee?
Yeah.
No, that's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to get medical advice. You need something that's going to...
then someone gets a dick pic.
Yeah.
Dress it up in costumes.
You don't send your dick. It's the doctors.
I can't remember who it was, but someone sent me a picture. It wasn't their dick. I should, prefix that now.
Yeah.
But someone sent me a picture they'd seen on the internet, and someone had made the dick look like a burglar. Like, they'd just, drawn a mask on it. But the thing that bugged me was the fact that, dude, you put a Sharpie on your bell end.
Oh.
I was like, I wouldn't want to go anywhere near that.
Was it black?
No, it wasn't. The Sharpie was. But the
penis was not.
Well, it's not. No.
You're asking for, some kind of infection, aren't you?
Exactly, yeah.
Fucking hell.
If I open a new Sharpie about, 5 inches from my face or whatever, I'm wafted back with fumes. Imagine putting that near your belly.
Yeah, it's got sting.
No, thank you. That's a no from me.
What's life without a little risk?
Yeah.
Sharpie your bell end.
It will be little with you, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm sorry, that was uncalled for, but no one else was going to take it.
People get their knobs tattoos.
I said it would be little with you, wouldn't it?
Hey.
Thanks, guys.
But yeah, people get their knobs tattooed, so you know.
It's brave.
That is true.
That must be
knob
painful.
tattooed.
But the ink's not
permanent.
Well,
what,
not, I was going to say
henna?
ink's made for your skin. I was going to say that ink is made for tattooing, but
Sharpie says it writes on everything, so skin's
does it say
there.
writes on everything and then has a little star and then down at the bottom says not
Wrong
your
on
bell
some.
end.
Yeah. Right on some things, wrong on some.
Yeah, right. Not quite as catchy,
Left
is it?
on the other.
Right, I'll begin. Have a drink. Nervous.
Get a little drink. Take a whiskey
drink. Use the kitchen sink.
Live from your headphones, the Existential Tangent. And now, your host, Matthew.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Existential Tangent podcast.
Fuck you spaz.
You better redo that one.
You wrecked it already.
Why? Yeah, just end it there. Right, first episode done with, over. Formerly, the Fortnightly Forum podcast. Share a moment's silence for our fallen brother.
But then we realised we never did it fortnightly, so it was really
Yeah,
pointless
yeah.
having that as the name.
Yeah.
It was like keeping a dying animal alive, really.
I actually mentioned that
Yeah.
to a friend.
We've-
Our podcast was the Tamagotchi of,
Yes.
of the podcast
The
world.
Nintendogs.
Just-
Yeah.
7 years
I
later.
was speaking to a friend about it because I was mentioning how we're rebranding,
Yeah.
and they went, "Oh, is it because of the fact that you don't do it fortnightly
Oh,
anymore?"
I
was
thought
like,
you
it's
were gonna-
funny for us to say. But I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it has."
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the audience it has reached have acknowledged it.
Well, that's good. We've permeated culture. Like, that's all we ask for. Yes, that's. I thought what you were going to say was like, oh, you rebranding it because it's a bit shit. Like,
No.
just like.
Yeah,
The wank outfit.
I mean, it was, but we
they
can
said
say.
they enjoyed the podcast.
Oh, did it? That's very good.
Yes.
That's very good. We're all sober this time for the first episode. Not like last time. Sam,
Hey,
off
we're
your
all
tits.
drunk. We're all drunk.
Jordan, all that Vimto.
I don't know.
You crazy boy.
Didn't get any kidney stones that night.
No, exactly.
Fucking hell.
I mean, neither did I. But
I mean, I feel like we all came.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
all came out, yeah.
what a milestone to unfortunately
Yeah, yeah.
look out for. Like,
Wait, did you have kidney stones recently? Or?
No, thankfully. Fuck
Just-
that.
Well,
Luca got
do you know
them
what?
again.
Joe, I
Did
didn't.
he?
I didn't get
Nah,
prostate cancer either, Jordan. So
How did
luckily,
you get...
my
Luckily.
balls are
No,
all
he's
fine.
had them before, and
Yeah.
they just came back around this time. Around.
Fuck
He was a
that.
bit. He's a bit luckier this time. Like they
Were they bigger?
No, I think they were
That's
smaller
not
this
lucky.
time. But
No,
last
no,
time he
it's
said it
not.
was like giving birth, like it fucking
Yeah.
killed.
I remember. I think he was the first
You have
person
to
I
pass
knew
them.
that had like kidney stones that I knew.
Yeah.
Like talked about it anyway, and I was like, I remember hearing that and being like, "That's fucking awful." Like,
Yeah.
I can't
what actually are
imagine
kidney
Little
stones?
calcium. buildup.
Calcium. Yeah.
that. I was gonna say, is there an actual? Is it like a?
Well, it could be anything that's.
I was gonna
built,
say, is
maybe.
it? Could
Yeah.
it be like?
Let's Google it.
Is
Someone
it
else
if you
though,
have
I
too
wanna
much
save my
calcium,
story.
or can it just be a random occurrence?
Could be
or-
fucking chicken nuggets, mate.
Yeah. Just.
It won't be.
100 nugget
I
challenge.
can
I could
guarantee.
do that.
I could guarantee.
100 nuggets is a lot. Because you're
Me, you know what? Right, realistically speaking, like
Hey,
I got
put
I
it
got
out there,
n-
how you go.
I got a 9 box with like a meal once. So I was like 6 ain't enough. 6 is enough.
20's too many.
Seven's fine with chips. And
Oh,
chips
okay,
don't do
making it a
fucking
meal.
anything in terms
No,
of
they don't
McDonald's
touch the
chips. They don't
sides, yeah.
fill you up at all. So I'm calling 9 my limit.
Right.
I think I would like to attempt a 20 nugget box.
I've done a 20 nugget box.
I think I probably
Yeah,
could.
but
just
you've
on
got,
its own, 'cause
you've
I
got
mean,
a
it's just-
bottomless
You'd
stomach.
get well full, but yeah. To be honest, like considering someone like yourself who isn't like fucking
mean, if-
massive,
if I did
every
it-
time we've got to the Chinese buffet or something, like I always like, I'm gonna eat loads. I fucking love it here. I'm gonna eat loads, and
You've
then
not
you're
been to
all
one like that in
no, we haven't. But
ages.
you're always the last one. Like I kind of take it as a milestone if I can beat you, and I never will achieve
Maybe
it.
I feel sick, and then just instant
You hide the
regret.
vomit.
Yeah.
Like, you're like on the bus
I
ride
almost
home. Like
thought-
I personally feel fine as soon as you get in.
No, there was one time we went to there's a place in Leeds called
Chinese buffet.
Cosmo. No, it's called Cosmo, and it was an
KFC?
it's specifically an Indian and like Asian cuisine, like take all you can eat
Jordan, the
buffet.
absolute dream.
Is that you saying you don't like Indian food or just being really racist?
Yeah,
like I'm
I
not
was
sure.
gonna say we should clear
which,
this
yeah,
up
yeah,
for a
clear
minute.
this up.
Yeah.
Interpret it however you want.
Am I having to cut that?
Maybe bleep it out and
Yeah,
cut it.
yeah, yeah. Do I have to bleep it out and cut it?
Yeah, do it.
No, John, just say. No, just say.
Oh, someone's nervous.
Just say. I don't like Indian food. Just say that.
I don't like Indian food because
got
of
shit
my
bowels.
my inflammatory bowel disease.
Exactly.
Do
Yeah.
you actually like it?
It
though?
definitely. I
You know
had
what, I do.
bowel disease.
I do actually.
Yeah, that's a
Meal,
different
fuck me.
thing altogether.
Because there's like maybe the spiciest I could go, and it's fucking pitiful. But like chicken
Korma.
tikka masala or korma,
Yeah.
yeah. But it
Korma's
just
too
doesn't.
much.
I found a curry called pasanda, which is made from more
Sandra's
like
dead nice
Yeah.
as well.
oh mate, pasanda for dinner, KFC for tea.
You
Walk
will
up in
risk
the
it
morning.
Diarrhea for
Yeah.
breakfast.
God, yeah. Fuck me, I felt awful the day after. I called in work
My
ill.
eye.
I called into work ill. That's how bad it was. But
Um,
we had to put Theo down as well, so I was emotionally distraught as well.
So obviously, shat myself to death over that news.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Kidney stones. The waste. the waste products in the blood. So
Cool.
anything blood related. So iron, I suppose, could be stuff like that.
Don't go through
yeah.
a full bloody.
What are you really freaked out by kidney stones, Guff?
No, it's not like a daily worry.
Yeah, no,
I'm not like waking up and like ticking me fucking
like
jet
kidney
list
stones.
of things I've not woke up with.
Yeah. No, but you're not a hypochondriac.
God, I've not got my gun.
Well, you are. You are a hypochondriac.
I'm getting less so.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of had a revelation the other day because I got.
That you're still alive.
yeah.
Oh, I've got the
You're
hiccups.
doing
now.
alright.
This is a
Yeah,
fucking
going on.
nightmare.
This is the end.
Yeah.
I've got hiccups.
No, basically we bought a pizza stone recently, and obviously the whole point of a pizza stone is you get it well up beforehand.
Yeah.
So
And
we
then
put it in the
slam
oven.
your face on
And
it.
you slam your face in it. And I was like, Mum, is this going to be a problem? Burnt as fuck, mate.
As you can see, I'm quite tan today.
Yeah, it's just it's just saying you glowing Guffers.
Red.
Yeah.
No, but basically, I'd warmed it up and I had a pizza that, like, because me and my mum, the first time we made one, we had
Put it in
trouble
the
getting it
oven.
off the we had trouble getting it off the baking tray. So we thought we'd use and I've just bought like a little paddle for it because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a well fancy
Yeah.
git. But
I've got.
You just
Yeah,
play
you
like
have an actual
you
pizza
just
with
play
it,
like
so-
Italian music like,
Yeah.
as you do it. You're not doing the rest of it. It's just
nah, everyone got it.
I was going to.
I'll put it underneath.
Oh wait, I don't know if it's Italian, but shut up at your face. What's the matter?
Hey,
Put a little bit over this segment of like little like Italian
Yeah.
music, like.
Yeah, but I'm not
Like,
gonna.
like
Yeah,
on
that's what I was just about to
No,
say. I'm not gonna put cheery music. It's gonna be like Godfather music underneath.
No, I put under just one cornetto.
Just one netto, give it to
Well, that's the Italian audience gone.
Yeah.
No, but basically, I got the little styrofoam bases that come with the pizza.
Yeah.
I like slid it off that,
Yeah.
like, but I didn't take the pizza stone out the oven. I tried just sliding it right in.
Yeah.
So I got naturally because it's polystyrene, it melted immediately. So a
Into
little
your
bit
pizza.
got in the thing. So I was looking up all night. It was like, it's polystyrene toxic. I was like, no black smoke came out the thing, but I was like, well, pizza stone's porous. What if it's absorbed in and then we all die from the pizza? And in my head, and then like later on, my mum was like, "You used to be a hypochondriac when you were a kid. Why has it happened again?" And I went, "She's fucking right." I've been absolutely carefree for years, and all of a sudden I'm just like, "Well, this cornetto will be too cold, and we'll have brain freeze, cause an aneurysm." So I'm trying to consciously get over that mentality.
See, I think I'm like the opposite.
Oh, I'm definitely.
But I think I could be.
Yeah.
I think I could be dying. I'd just be like, I'm
I
alright.
just welcome death.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
I think-
suffering.
I think that's
Fucking
it.
take
Yeah.
me.
I kind of accept it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that stomach pain's probably cancer, innit? All right, back to
No, it's
the
only fucking
PlayStation.
weird.
See,
I'm
that's a
normally
real
like
worry
that.
for me, that, so, you know, get on my level.
See, that was like me normally, where I'm just been like, oh, I've got a pain in my arm. Guess this blood clot's gonna make its way to my brain.
It's just, I'm having a stroke tonight.
But all of a sudden, it's just like, Jesus Christ. Like the other day, I got what was obviously a twitch in my arm, right? It was obviously a twitch. But in my brain, I thought, that's a blood clot that has released itself upwards into my brain. I've got minutes.
And now I'm a stroke.
Yeah, it's like, here we go. It was like when David and like Matt came to visit me in Carlisle. I went for a meal, and I was like, I got like this facial twitch, and I kept having to go to the bathroom in case my face was drooping.
me.
I was like,
Like,
Christ,
he couldn't see it all, and then we just like took the piss out of him. He's like, "This is actually helping, guys, because it makes me."
I was like,
feel
taking my
like-
mind off it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
but
stupid I am.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm having a stroke. You fucking dumb idiot.
Yeah,
As his face starts to slowly droop, like, thanks, guys.
I love this.
Yeah, watch it actually happen now, and then you lot are like, oh, here he is again, drooping.
Yeah,
Fucking actor
droopy
material.
Drooperson over there. It's like shit. Go.
I'm glad we've not started this podcast on a light note. It's not like we've like.
Actually,
I mean, it's not really a rebrand, is it?
Yeah.
It's just putting a suit on a tramp. That's all it is.
With actually, yeah. So I know the format obviously will change a little bit, but is there any point in introducing us all again then? Because we
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
someone-
I
we
forgot to
forgot to
say.
do that.
Ooh, that's a good
I forgot
point.
to say we've
How
got in the room.
pretentious of us thinking
Yeah.
people know who we are.
I know. Ooh, yeah. Let's introduce people. To my left, I've got Mr. David Robert Guthrie.
Hello.
we're doing full.
To his left,
I mean, I'd rather we didn't do full names.
I don't care. I'm doing full
You know,
names.
Go on, then.
Didn't beep it
fraud.
last time.
It's my full name then, eh?
Samuel Desmond Hardman.
Got another
What's your middle name,
there as well.
Alex? You got a middle name?
Fuck all, mate.
Fuck all.
Alex.
That
Alex.
suits you very well. that.
Fuck all pays is to their left. And straight opposite me is Jordan.
Gay.
Shit the bed piss. Gay. How childish is that?
That's so
I'll
brotherly.
Yeah.
rape you in
Like,
your
you can tell
sleep.
they're related.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Gay.
Gay.
Bedwetted
Lord.
peas.
Smelly ass pee.
Yeah.
I'll come in,
Bed.
I'll come in
Bum
your
head
eyes,
penis.
you sleep, pal. I know you live.
I'll fist your nan, cunt.
No, that's not nice.
I know it isn't.
Oh.
Is that the first beep?
Not
No, I'm
not
staying
to
in.
10.
I'm staying in. It's only offensive
That's
to
it,
their
Jordan
nan. It's
likes
fine.
his-
Oh.
That's the explicit being
It's okay,
ticked.
only you heard that one. It's okay.
I heard something about someone's girlfriends
Well,
being that age.
Tangent after dark, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should have two logos. And we put one like the
That's the rating of how not PC the podcast is.
I feel like
You know what?
I don't
if
remember
we do,
PC.
never mind.
Hey,
I'll
you
bring
have
it up.
to-
I've got some behind the scenes stuff I'll talk about actually afterwards. Keep that in mind.
and
After dark.
We're definitely going to forget about
and
this.
I'm Matthew John Hall, your host forever.
I just realised, it is
Maybe not.
John.
Maybe Chanel should take over at some point. I don't know.
Stephen Fry.
Well, I'm not here for the next 2 weeks.
Me either.
Who wants to podcast?
Well, that's interesting.
You can do it without me.
I've never done it without.
Don't everyone rush at once.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only you three.
I'd like to, but can we fucking lead it? Is my worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we can.
I mean, heavy is the crown. You know?
I love that. No, I love how
Heavy
we're
is the
going on
crowd.
about
Yeah.
we're not
Alright.
podcasting for 2 weeks when we've literally just eliminated the time frame from our name.
Yeah, right. Shit. It's gonna be a few weeks, guys. Yeah, it's fine.
like,
We're free
I'm gonna
now.
have to edit it. Never mind, just mix it, and then it'll be like, oh, we'll just
Yeah.
we'll Skype you while you're in Espanol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We won't.
Yeah, you won't. I know we won't.
We'll get a conference.
I was thinking, I was like,
going,
oh, I
Skype
could
from
record
America.
something,
Yeah.
but then I was like, I've not got a
Are
computer.
you going
there.
on holiday very soon, Sam?
Going to America?
I knew that, but I'm like, are you going?
Then why'd you fucking ask?
Yeah.
I needed confirmation of the date.
I need his validation.
Yeah.
The audience
He wants to know when I'm not in my house.
Yes.
It's going to replace you
Gets in his
slowly.
bed.
Oh yeah, he's just
Slowly.
wake up. You right, Robert?
Yeah.
Shush!
That was one of my favourite parts of the last podcast.
Oh,
the
yeah.
call with your brother was amazing. Insert clip here.
He's alive. So
Don't
it's
edit.
okay.
Don't add more editing.
No, I kind of like it now. I
Yeah.
kind of want to do some more editing
Oh,
stuff.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
I think it's good. I think it's fun. What do we do on this podcast? For people that don't know, even though if they've listened for like 20 minutes, they're probably invested
Yeah.
already.
Chat shit.
Yeah, we get banged.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
I didn't mean it
I mean,
to sound like that. It was
If you haven't,
Sam, Sam,
you know,
Matthew,
and Sam
and Sam and Guff and,
Guff,
Alex.
and Alex.
Hello.
Is this the most full the podcast has been since the first episode?
Probably.
I think so,
Probably,
yeah.
That's pretty great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have we like us three and Elliot done it?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have
yeah.
actually. Yeah, that was.
I think that's it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been
that
quite
was
a while.
that was probably like episode 3, 4, or 5. Because
Yeah.
that would have been before I went away to uni, or maybe like
Yeah.
I
Christmas
feel like I
time.
was
yeah.
there for that.
I think you
Oh,
have
yeah,
to do it
yeah,
with
that's
Elliot
what
as
I
well.
meant. Yeah, I didn't mean.
Yeah, no,
Alex.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
He said you three.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
I
you
know-
three.
No, I thought he forgot about
I would have
me.
been like us four.
Do you blame me for thinking you forgot about me?
No.
Sam, you've never been on the podcast before, have you?
Do people at work do that to you,
welcome
Sam?
Sam every episode, and welcome our new guest.
Yeah, Sam. I'm going to introduce him because he's not been on this before.
They don't actually.
That's a new
I am,
one, isn't it?
I'm well respected.
People that...
Actually.
Yeah, not
The
like
only
him,
place-
eh?
No, I know.
Yeah, you pussy.
No,
Yeah. Yeah, for new
I'm
listeners,
Sam, that.
I've got myself a new job working under Sam.
Wait,
So,
you're
I'm
licking
gonna-
his balls.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say it's his duvet. Give it time.
So I'm going to...
That's nicer. That
Yeah.
that's more like Sunday
That's
tea time
definitely the
joke.
difference
Yeah,
between
yeah.
you and I.
Yeah.
Isn't it? He's his bed. He's fucking in.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Still time.
slowly undermine Sam
There's still
at
time.
work and just
So-
tell them
He's
all.
going to turn them all against me.
Yeah, these dark secrets.
The Lord Baelish over here. isn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
I actually thought
I'm going to be Littlefinger.
I was
That's why he's underneath him.
I'm going to walk around putting the accent on. Like,
What is hello censor?
yeah, yeah.
Like weird.
Censor.
Yeah.
Is it Games of Thrones?
Yeah.
Games of Thrones.
Games of
you just say.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grandad.
Is this that
Games of Thrones.
With all those tits.
Yeah, all those.
Oh, it
I got-
sounds like my kind of cup of
Yeah.
tea. that.
I got an elderly customer yesterday who we had this film called The Beguiled that I've never heard of, and they came out at the end and were chatting to me about it.
Bukkake.
Yeah,
Did it actually?
no.
Damn it. I was going to say, how does that word even come close?
Oh, is it not
Yes.
the cake?
Yeah. They came out and her review of the film was, well, he got his leg cut off and then they killed him and they just had some sex in between. And I was like,
It's the best review.
What
ever.
film was this?
6 out of 10.
yeah. I was like, they're beguiled. And I was like,
6.3.
all right, cool, yeah. I don't know what to do with that information.
I was
Like,
It's not
gonna
as
say-
much a review as a recap,
yeah,
is it?
it's like, do you know when some like old lady like just drops like a sex bomb on you and you're like,
All
Oh.
the time.
Every
yeah,
weekend.
yeah. It's just-
Matt, you'll probably start to you'll recognize there's like a couple of older ladies who come to the gym.
and I'm a handsome young
And
chap.
You what? To
Ladies.
that, I'm pretty sure one
Wow.
of them is trying to flirt with me at the minute, and I'm just like, love, please stop. But the thing is,
Already got it now.
You're
Yeah.
old enough.
but no, because I have to do things like lifeguarding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm usually there when they're like swimming outside, because
right.
that's the only reason they fucking.
And they're like,
come.
ooh, my bikini top's falling
Did they
off.
start
Oh,
doing
no, that's-
Kardashian poses on the
that's
side of the
another one.
pool,
I'll
pulling
tell
the
you one of
pants
them in a
up?
sec. But
This is
That'd
the seventh
be
time you drowned this
awful.
week.
stop
I'm
making
not
me
doing
jump
it
in.
again.
But no, like they just swim up and down, and the stuff they talk about is fucking diabolical. Literally, no, like all the rich men that they're trying to like go on dates with so they can take the money and then they'll die
Oh
is
my
ridiculous.
God.
Like literally, they're like Black Widow type shit. Like it's like, oh yeah, no, he's almost gone, but you know, he's got a lot of money, so I want him to buy me a new car.
No,
it's
fucking
like, it's
way.
me.
Yeah.
See, I thought
Like-
when you said the shit they talk about, it's like,
Oh, no,
like
no,
old
it's-
ladies talking about just
Yeah.
No,
shit
no,
stuff.
it's the,
Like, just like, well, I got the china out because I thought they were coming over for tea, so it was all good, but then they didn't, and it's
No,
only
they-
Tony.
Did
And then I
you
thought,
ever
well, I might
give
just
me-
give him it in a mug.
the horrible.
World's best dad.
They are horrible people. Like these people, they genuinely make me shudder being there. But no, there
Why
was
don't you stepping up one game, fuck them, let them die, take their money. It's like,
They've
why
not
not?
got money.
My
but that's
boy!
what I mean. No, but that's the plan. Like, they marry the rich guys. The rich guys die. They get that money. You be their toy boy. They die.
They pay
you
me
get the money.
Yeah,
What if they play you all, though, because they're like well in it, they're well in the game. mate.
experience.
Well, fuck it, beat them
you-
to death, just rob them there and then.
Although one of them's not
When
that
you play the
experienced.
game of grams,
Yeah,
you live or you
nailed
die.
One of them's not that experienced because very recently.
Experience. She was like, "What's reverse cowgirl? Oh, missionary."
No, is it-
40-year-old virgin, yeah.
But no, apparently one of them came out recently, and she had
Oh,
just
good for her.
She had a top. No, she. Progressive times. It's 2017. But no, she came onto the poolside and she had a towel around her, and I wasn't here at the time. It was a different lifeguard, and he was just looking like monitoring the pool. And he looked across. He was like, "She almost looks like she doesn't have a costume on. That's weird." Like carried on, and then she takes the towel off. Not got a costume on.
Oh.
And he was like, "Has she got a like skin cut?" Nope, they're tits. Oh god! And then someone had to rush up and be like, "Excuse me, you don't have a costume on?" She's like, "Oh, I didn't notice." And then she spends she spends the longest 30
Leia.
seconds ever trying to put a towel back on so she can go back and get it. She didn't come back out. I think she felt a little embarrassed after that one, but
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, she was
Yeah,
expecting the
well,
lifeguards to come to
maybe
the changing
yeah,
room and
just
brass
like
the seat.
Fucking hell.
cameras already ready. But
Um,
yeah, no, it's a colourful place. You like it there, Matt.
Fun,
Although
fun.
so I was gonna. Oh yeah, no, that was the thing. You said you're gonna undermine me.
Oh,
Like,
right, yeah.
This morning I was picking out a t-shirt today, and I have my my off-white home spooking t-shirt.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I was like, oh, you can tell people about that. now.
Yes!
so much. We've got so much dirt on each other
I
if
know,
you wanted
yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
Like,
We
what
could
if we
end
did?
each other. End each other.
Scooby-Doo,
Um,
The Scooby-Doo sketches.
I think
was that you?
Yeah.
Was that you? Yeah.
It actually came from my time up
Yeah,
saying about me pissing myself at Scuba Doo.
so.
Oh, good times.
I think some of us have some things to talk about.
No.
Yeah.
No
If
comment.
you're so
Yeah.
high and mighty on your research. You wanna?
No, I'm not going first.
All right. Okay.
Mine's a personal story. I'm gonna let someone else speak. Someone take the floor.
Well, Jordan-
Who wants to go first? Sam or Jordan? Do rock paper scissors.
Unless-
We'll bring that back.
AP. Have you? Has anyone ever called you AP?
AP.
I get a lot of names. Some people call me Temp, some people call me
Dickhead.
Temps.
Piers Lad,
I like that.
Crimson Chin, Lemony Snicket, yes.
Massive wanker.
Lemony
Let's
Snicket.
stick it. Why let me
That
stick
was when I used to play hockey at uni, bad time.
Oh, is it because of some lemo?
No, what happened first year? I got mugged in Spain.
Oh shit!
Then like the following year
Shouldn't
after,
laugh, should
I called Crimson Chin in Spain originally
Right.
because obviously
You get sunburn.
what happened was like for some reason I didn't mind getting hit in the face with a fucking hockey ball and people
Right.
thought, oh, that's kind of funny. Put anything on the line, Crimson Chin. Yeah, hilarious. And, like,
Hockey banter.
exactly. No beds. And obviously, like the year after, it's called Lemony Snicket series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
And frustrations. That's actually quite a good name.
That is
I thought
actually.
of
I thought it was gonna be a drug thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
some
knowing
cook
you,
on-
Alex,
cook
I
on
thought it was
lemo.
going to be a drug thing.
Yeah.
those lemon quail
Yeah.
shop on.
Oh, here he
Oh, here
fucking
he
is.
is.
I'll give you a second.
Jesus.
Just a step out.
Speaking of
Yo.
Drug dealing.
drug dealing, yeah.
That might be a burner phone. Just
No, that's his iPhone. He's amateur. Not a burner phone.
track.
Do you just want to rock, paper, scissors for who goes
Yeah, I
first?
can do. Are you doing it 1, 2, 3, go or 1, 2, 3?
1, 2, 3,
go.
You know what's
Okay.
really nice? We could
Rock,
fucking cheat
paper,
this
scissors.
because no
Go.
one can know.
What was that? That was like Spider-Man.
No, that's Spock. Like he's gone Spock for something.
Well, that's
Oh,
paper.
it's-
So
oh, it's
yeah.
Paper. Sam wins.
Right, okay.
Come on,
I
Sam.
guess I will
Lay
go
some bear story on us. What are you going to be talking about today, Sam?
My story today is a sciencey thing because I feel like I've been out of science for quite a while, and this one also, it had the word Wolverine.
You've
in
been
it,
doing the
so-
science of
Some
turning
science
protein
things.
into muscle, mate.
of breathing oxygen and turning it into energy. But
Exactly.
Good times.
basically, this
Are you thinking
article.
Kung Fu Fighting?
I was about to.
Oh.
But no, this article's titled "Watch This Soft Robot Heal Like Wolverine." So basically, when you make shit in, this is the scientific term.
Yeah, the shit. When you make shit.
But when so like when you're building cars, or when you're building, or like you've got like a rover or something on a different planet, you don't really want it to
I thought you
be-
meant like rovers in like the really old cars.
Oh,
I was like, that's a very
no.
specific reference. That's
No,
when
like-
you got a
like-
rover.
like the Mars rover or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like you don't want your material there to be like flimsy. You want it to be hard metal,
Yeah.
don't you? So like your car's not. You don't
So
want
I
it to
like
just-
my rovers.
well, I
Hard
mean,
metal.
hard. But obviously to build them, you're going to use an equally hard material to sort of like mold it and shape and put it into place and everything like that. But the problem that like industries have is that the machines that they need for like so delicate processes, so like the soft machines basically, the sort of the materials they use there, they're quite easily damaged. They're quite fragile.
Yeah.
Like there's this video that's on this article is of like a robot hand that its fingers look quite like soft and podgy sort of thing. So it's some of
Just
the,
like yours.
I do my finger weights every day. But it's some of the, obviously it costs people a lot of money. It costs like industries a lot, and it's something that they've obviously been trying to fix for a while. So now there's a new material which is called, I think it's an elastomer.
Wolverinium.
It's, I would have called it that, but no, it's an elastomer, which it's short for elastic polymer. Which,
Oh, not
can go
elastic
into-
Eminer.
No, that's-
Damn.
I mean,
Don't
that's
know about that.
next year's thing. But basically, first when I watched the video, I was like, oh, that's really cool. I wonder how they do it. And it's actually just basically they heat it up and it melts back together. That's the short and hairy. So it is a lot more harder than
a lot more harder.
A lot more
Is that
harder. You
good
know, that's the
English?
scientific term. As well.
Science.
That's the science term as well. But no, it's a lot more difficult than it sounds to basically reform. It's like if you were to when you melt chocolate. Like the whole thing about tempering chocolate is because when you melt it and brings it back up, it's because it is in a different sort of energy state than when it was first melted in first instance, blah, blah, blah. So melting something and re-solidifying it back to the same point is really hard. You can't just expect, like ice is probably the only example where you can melt it, refreeze it, and even then it's still a little different to its original state. So I mean, this that they've got now, it's a new material that when it is past a certain threshold temperature, the molecules relax back and they're able to sort of form back up. So the video basically it shows something like a knife cut down a piece of this material. So there's a big cut right down the middle of it, and then they heat it up, molds back together, cool it down so it then resolidifies and then just keeps it in a certain position. So and then it's good to go. It's just as good as it always was. I mean,
really
again,
cool.
this thing's probably going to be ridiculously expensive. All things like I mean.
Not everyone having
Fucking
your
like
house.
no, it's not like you could just make I don't know, like your oven glove or some. Although I'm pretty shit. You don't really want an oven glove. Better things than
Better
that.
thing.
But,
When you
melt
can't
straight away,
think,
like,
when you can't
fuck.
think of anything better than oven gloves, like you just
It sounds like it'd be good as some form of bandage, like say if or like a cast.
Yeah, true.
Where it needs to be taken off so it can be scanned again instead of having to crack it open. That'd be ideal.
that is a very good point actually. Yeah,
Pattern that shit.
Yeah,
Pattern that.
medicinal
That's
uses
some
of
steel,
things are quite far. Like I mean, like especially with things like especially in Manchester with things like graphene being huge and all this shit. Like there are a lot of medicinal
spice
uses
is
for
huge in Manchester, man.
spices. I mean,
Spicy graphene.
if someone can make spice and graphene in the like a nanotube for spice to get it more concentrated,
Fuck.
Manchester would be fucking alive. Like we'd have zombies everywhere. But no, I just thought it was a cool. It just caught my eye because of the whole thing about healing like Wolverine. But maybe we'll make it into armor. And
I imagine
he'll
it
heal
would
back
do,
up
yeah.
or
Send our
something.
soldiers over to North Korea.
I mean, I feel like this. I mean, I wouldn't, but you don't want to spark anything off right now. With
I want to spark it all off.
It'd be cool if they could make it into like some form of stitching, where they use it to just make the skin heal by itself, and then they could, I don't know, melt it, and then it would just come off or whatever, and just form back together.
The thing is, it just opens a lot of possibilities now to other. Like this, obviously, is there. They have a very specific purpose in mind of like automated machines building things that take delicate processes, and that's why they thought, there's a market. Well, they're not the market. There's a need for something that is self-repairing, if anything. But with the uses, I mean, obviously this being one sort of density, they can make it harder. And then it could be used for things like body armor or anything like that, to make maybe like a T1000 type thing.
I was just gonna say that.
See,
Have you seen this boy?
There was an article as I was flicking through.
John Connor.
There was an article that I was seeing when I was flicking through, which was about it said something about a T cells, and I was like, wait, I swear the T virus is the thing from Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
I'm like, don't
T-virus.
start fucking with that stuff. Jesus, I don't want to like.
We don't want to sit here
What's
raccoons.
the guy with the like axe in the films? You know, the big one that Mila blah 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 fight.
Nemesis.
Yeah, that one.
In the third
I don't know.
He's
I
terrifying.
don't,
Yeah,
I don't know how you got any contacts. Someone's like, the guy with the axe in those films, and he's like, he does that thing, and Guff's like, yeah, this guy.
He used to scare the fuck out of me in Resident Evil.
He's
Is
almost
this
like
the same
he's almost
as
like
Nemesis
Silent
out
Hill
of
type thing, like
Resident Evil
Conan.
3?
Yeah, it's the same one. They just put him in
Yeah.
the second film.
Yeah.
In Resident Evil 3, I remember someone gave me a copy
Was he
of
in the
that.
film?
Yeah, he was in Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, didn't he die in two?
Yeah.
I've never watched it.
Talking about the films or the games?
He didn't have an axe. He had a
What did he
rocket
have, a big-
launcher.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Rocket launcher.
I'm mixing Conehead up just because he has a big thing he
Yeah,
drags
yeah.
behind him.
There was a bloke in like 5 that used to walk around with like a big heavy thing. He used to kick down because it was all done like a shanty town. He'd kick that down like the metal doors when you'd be walking through them, and then like swing an axe at you and shit everyone up. Anyway, the point I was making, Resident Evil 3, because obviously the whole point of the old Resident Evil games was like the perspective change games where they switch every time you go around a certain corner. Fixed perspective, that was it. So it was like, obviously the whole point of like each zone was that like when you walk through a door, it'd kind of be a reset kind of area, like a certain area.
Yeah.
So zombies, like average zombies, couldn't go through the doors and follow you naturally and things like that. So you escape. If you needed to escape a zombie, you could do.
Leg it through a door.
I remember there was a point where when Nemesis first comes into the game, he just crashes through a window, and it's pretty shit scary. And like obviously in games, you're not afraid because you just murk them off normally. Like Devil May Cry's game about demons, but you've got a big sword, so everything's fine. But in this, absolutely hack and slash as fuck. The point is that in Nemesis, he just runs. I remember I ran into another room and I was like, I'm clearly not I've not got any ammo. I can't fight this guy. I can't even do like the partial fighting off. Not like I can get away from him anyway. And it was like the whole point of that bit is you're supposed to like knock him out, so you shoot him enough where he passes out or whatever.
He also has a rocket launcher at a certain difficulty, doesn't he?
No, that's what I mean. He comes in pretty much immediate with the rocket
yeah.
launcher, and he's like,
It's
you know,
like, oh fuck.
exactly. But if he gets near you, like I had a broken PS1 game, so like for whatever reason the cutscene was glitchy, so I never quite got what he did. I think he just squished your head though.
Oh.
Like it'd be a cutscene where he'd grab your head and just squish it, and I was like, I kind of saw that in like frames.
Yeah.
I remember going, right, I think I know what happened. That's fucking awful.
Yeah, just
I
think that's bad.
From him. Yeah.
Could have been kinky. I don't know.
One of the two.
But I remember shitting myself because I was like getting dead afraid because like I went into the other room because I was like, I've not got enough ammo, and I just heard boom, 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 and the door that had just come through from the other area moved like with like the thumps and then blew off, and he walks through, and I was like, I was like, I can't escape this.
It's like, this is how the game works.
I was like, he's broken the game. He's gonna reach out my screen.
Yeah,
and
like,
squish
I
my
remember
head.
one moment because me and John used to play it with our uncle because obviously he was older than us. He wasn't creaming us, don't worry. This was when Resident Evil 2. I think this might have been
Is this
about a
with the
year or so.
dogs?
Yeah, basically we
Yeah,
sat down and he
God.
decided to ramp up the volume on the TV. He's like, "Oh, why are you doing that, Uncle Ben?" He's like, "Oh, nothing." And obviously we sat there and he knows his fucking point. And basically, you're in the police station. You're walking down
Long corridor.
one corridor to get up to the stairs, and obviously there's barricades over the window. And obviously at this point, Leon's walking down and just fucking dogs bounce through the window. John literally leaps off the bed to
Fucking
shit himself.
scream.
Yeah. Scream.
Shit me off.
Man, like your 4 or
Alright.
5-year-old is like,
Yeah.
whoa, fuck shit.
You're playing Resident Evil.
I know.
We
yeah.
were watching our like 15-year-old uncle play Resident
Yeah.
Evil at 4 or 5-year-old.
Yeah.
All right, he's right.
Yeah.
I was imagining he being like 45 and getting like, come here, George,
He's like-
come and watch
he's
this.
old, you know, 'cause, like, yeah, he's born in 86. Uncle Ben, so
He
obviously.
must be like, because I'm 92 and
84,
25,
who's
so
Okay, even good for 92,
That's-
mate.
That's the youngest brother. Then.
Player.
Exactly.
Player grandma.
he must be like 32 maybe.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounding about right.
You might have
I mean, we could work it out.
Is
but-
this you collecting now? You're just like,
Man
oh,
don't need math.
What happened with
sitting
this?
here with
The
us.
thing is,
Yeah,
this
why are you holding a
this is a
knife?
funny
Yeah,
story
why
about
leave a
basically.
room with,
And then
on a
come
phone
back
call
with it.
and then come
Come
back with a
back
knife?
with
That sounds
I'm
dodgy
autistic
as
as fuck. I
fuck.
have shit to do with my hands with.
Yeah, just get a fucking fidget
Yeah.
spinner. Like,
I'm not that autistic.
like
Fidget
just-
knife.
Yeah.
Fidget knife. Get your fidget knife.
I've got a funny story about how I got this. At uni, you get bursaries.
You didn't
So
kill
you
someone.
got 50 quid bursaries you could spend at the shop. And
Yeah.
like,
You
of
got
all
a
the
knife.
3 years, of all the 3 years, I didn't spend it. And I was having a look around, I was like, bought 2 pen knives and some whiskey glasses.
That sums up you.
Like a
right
proper
way.
man.
And at the same time, what happened is,
From the knife game.
it's like the end, you know, the student survey you do at the end of the year, and like it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you can win Amazon vouchers. And I was
Yeah.
really pissed at my course at this point. So like, as soon as it came, I was like, yeah, fuck you, history.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like write it up. Start writing it. Like, basically said, you know, I liked some of the lecturers, it's just the facilities were shit and resources were shite. Then like,
Not enough
I went down
books.
through, and I won a £50 Amazon voucher.
Okay.
What I did with that, just bought 50 quid's worth of beer. So basically, I had one day just turn up 2 pen knives, 2 whiskey glasses, and like 76 bottles of beer.
I won some vouchers from uni once. They never fucking gave them me.
Oh, that's amazing.
Last time I did a pissing survey, that wasn't my phone.
You look like you're getting your phone then, as if like you'd only just remembered. You're like, I'm gonna fucking read
I
these.
can see where they
Read
are.
these right now.
Too late.
Very nice, thank you,
That was
Sam.
my story. Yeah.
I believe it's your turn now, Jordan. What are you going to be
Yes.
talking to us about today?
There's been a very amusing story about a woman getting trapped in a window on a Tinder date trying to retrieve a poo she threw out the window.
Was she your date by any
Yeah.
chance?
Thankfully not.
I was going to say you've had you are an expert in poo-related stories,
Yeah.
so we can see why this
And
was
Tinder.
true.
Exactly.
Do you want to enlighten any of our audience that have not heard said story of woman and poo and
I thought you
window?
meant just him being an expert in poo stories. I'm like, what are the
Yes, would you like to enlighten us on
your experience?
your
with poo?
experience with poo?
So,
Can that please be your autobiography
When
name?
the poo hits
If you,
your
yeah, if you,
eye
if
you've
you-
got red eyes.
yeah, yeah, if you,
That's some more.
yeah, yeah, if you ever had to have to write an autobiography, please call it "My Experience with Poo."
I'm shit hot.
Yes,
Yeah.
That'll be the tagline, yeah.
yes,
But it's got to be P-O-O, not P-O-O-H.
yeah, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Disney.
Yes, God, all right. So apparently this happened in Bristol. Tinder date. Apparently it had gone well. They'd been to Nando's, you know,
Cheeky.
of course. And they decided, both students apparently, and they both decided to go back to the guy. I think told Liam
Yeah, of course.
to
it
his
is.
house, bottle of wine, film, see
Hot
what
up.
happens.
And I
Exactly.
fucked on a laxatives.
My kind of night.
Yeah, it's
Boo
better,
boo bladder.
so it's better than a shitload of hypnol.
Would you like some
Yeah.
chicken, some sex, some diarrhea?
Basically, some point of the night, the lady, who I think has remained unnamed because she
Yeah.
doesn't want to
Although there
know.
are pictures of her like hanging out the windows.
Yeah. Oh, it's
She's
fucking
She's a
brilliant.
shyster.
She needs to go to the toilet.
Can we call
She
her
went
Mrs.
to-
Poop?
Yeah, we'll call her Mrs.
It's like when
Pooh.
Poo Girl came out of Leeds.
Yeah, the legend of Poo Girl.
My sister was there, but yeah.
Which was Pooh Girl? Was that the one who got
She went
trapped
into-
in her?
Fell
Oh,
into
she
the
actually
toilet.
fell into
Yeah,
it. Oh.
See, well, the story always changes.
She went getting her phone, didn't she?
Urban legend, didn't she?
Urban legend.
Poo Girl, if you're listening, we honour you.
Yeah, it's probably like she dropped her phone in the toilet and she fished it out. That's probably like.
No, that's what it is.
No,
Apparently
that
she got
is the
stuck.
story.
No, no,
Yeah.
but that's
Fell
probably
down it.
that's probably the end of the
Yeah.
story. She's got it out and told the friends, like, "I dropped my phone in the toilet."
Oh, no, she did not come out fine.
No, it's in like there's actually
More
like,
Oh,
than
is there
They had to-
photographic
they had
evidence?
to call people to get her out
Oh,
of it.
Yeah,
like,
because it's like a trench.
Yeah.
And it's deep and it's awful. I'm surprised she didn't like throw up. She probably threw up.
Yeah.
If she didn't throw up,
Surprised
she
she
was
get
very.
like dysentery.
Yeah.
Died.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she
Lol Joe.
Love you too, girl.
Poo
She
Girl
need-
shit lie.
she needed the toilet. She was obviously feeling either brave or it was like
Desperate.
last.
Stupid.
I was gonna
result,
say-
'cause you know who goes for a shit on the first date?
Exactly,
Yeah,
I
well
would.
played.
I mean,
I do because I don't get a choice, but still.
Yeah, you're
Um,
chronically ill. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fucking chronically sick, lad.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
4:20 already.
No, it's 5:45.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fuck off.
I was actually checking then because I was like, what time actually is it? Because that'd be really weird if it was 4:20.
But yeah, apparently her poo wouldn't flush.
Terrible.
what was she eating?
Nando's.
Yeah,
Well,
Nando's.
actually, no, it would have been a bit too soon for the Nando's to
Yeah.
have got through a system because it takes 36 hours for your food to get through your system, apparently.
There we go.
Yeah.
And
I remember you told me
There
that.
we go.
So it was what she had for breakfast. No, the night before.
Yeah, some.
Oh no, lunchtime. Lunchtime
something.
before.
Yeah, yeah. Either
Concrete.
way, so she was like, right. Logically, you think, right, I'm going to break this up so it'd flush. She
Yeah.
didn't do that. She decided to
Window.
go in there,
Window.
hands first, literally.
I mean,
Pull
at least
the poo
get some
out.
like paper
That
on
is
your
a
hands.
I think she
solid
did.
turd,
Okay.
that, I've got to say.
It's like a
Yeah.
baton.
Yeah.
Yeah, because surely as soon as you grabbed it, it'd break up. Like
Break the window.
Yeah, she.
This is a
She.
fruit.
It's like a brick.
Damn.
Like
She
she needs.
uses it to break into cars. She like wraps it in tissue and goes.
Like surely she needs to check her diet. Like seriously.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if your poo does not break up when you fish it out of a toilet, you've
Why
got.
do you eat like a Tyrannosaurus?
Yeah.
She's gone about this all the wrong way.
Yeah.
But she did apparently wrap it up in toilet paper, get it out, and she thought, right, I'm going to throw it out the window.
Terrible
Turns-
idea.
Yeah, exactly. Because it turns out this window had another window, it's kind of like double glazed right next to it, so it just went into the middle. So you just see a big turd in between the two windows.
No.
This
That's
is why
amazing.
she freaked out.
Right.
Which
She
you
right.
would do.
Yeah.
You would do
Yeah,
at this point.
apparently though, she went back and said, "Look, right,
Oh, shit.
I've had a poo. It
She
didn't
admitted
break
it.
Is she
up.
up front?
I
Was she
thought,
up front
Well,
with it?
yeah,
fair,
well,
you know
apparently-
You would
well,
just-
she
according to
deserves
the-
a round of applause.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
I was just going to edit a sound in on it,
honesty
but I don't need
is
to.
the best policy.
Then
But
we
yeah,
want to get in this kinky shit.
Yeah, but do you know what would be even better? When the poo wouldn't flush, going out and being like, I'm not going to lie to you, done a pretty big stinky shit in your toilet and it
I'll
won't
be
go
like,
down.
Stop that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what, right? I need to ask you something. I need to ask you how serious are we, because I might have found a fucking money train here, boy. We're going to the top. I've got the hardest poo ever to
Yeah,
exist.
just- yeah.
Don't ask me how I've tested it, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty confident.
Also, your toilet's fucked.
Yeah, but where we're going,
I
we don't
agree.
need toilets.
We're going with a dam buster.
She should just lift the back of the toilet up and put it in there.
No, what she said.
oh my god, that would have
And
been
then every time he
nasty
flushes,
surprise.
it's brown.
Gooey water.
He's like, yeah, no, can you get a plumber? I mean, I think there's something wrong with the thing. I mean, yeah, it's brown, but there's been the occasional piece of corn coming through the flush.
Corn. I've never had any corn.
What she should have done was
Wait, we're still at
fish
the
it
end of
out
this story.
and break it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you're handling your own shit, then,
Yeah.
like,
Snap it in half.
break, yeah,
To be
snapping
fair,
it
I
up
imagine-
is surely the
I
easiest way to
imagine this
go.
process was a lot.
Stainless stool.
I imagine this process was a lot quicker than we're giving it time.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think-
Yeah,
I don't think she
probably,
picked
yeah.
it
Probably
up,
panicked.
slowly wrapped it like
Yeah,
a mummy.
it's-
Tossed it around. Yeah, like okay, now I'll put it outside. I'm pretty sure she just went mine.
Grabbed
Throw
it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
out
This,
the window.
this reeks of a
Yeah.
panic move.
Yeah. Oh no,
it does.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she told the guy. I think he's
Bless
called
her.
Liam. Mr. Smith. Apparently, he's called Liam Smith.
Mr. Poop.
Mr. Boob. Yeah.
Oh, he's
Mr. Hank.
That's unfair on her. She's wanted to go unnamed, but then anyone who knows him
yeah.
Yeah.
has
yeah.
been like, well, he went on a date with
Well,
like
no,
Tracy
I-
Stevens, so it must be her. who
Yeah, yeah.
shot
I'm not
it.
sure if he actually went. I'm not sure if he went to the news about it. Somehow it got out, but
Yeah.
anyway.
So,
So she went to him, told him, "Look, this is what's happened. I need help getting it out because otherwise it's just not going to be nasty because it's a shared
Yeah.
accommodation."
Do you think,
So,
um,
your flatmate comes in and be like, "Why is there shit on the window?"
Do you think there was like...
why we changing the double
Condensate-
glazing? Massive turd.
Do you think there's like condensation on the window from the warmth of it?
Oh.
Like, just like...
Oh, man.
Yeah, because student flats are cold as fuck.
Yeah,
so-
exactly.
Yeah,
All,
yeah.
Just all huddle around the poop and just like get warm. Just like tramps around like an oil drum.
So
It's like
this
really-
Mr. Poop says, "Right,
Miss Poop.
we will."
Ms. Poop, thank you very much.
Yeah, they're not married.
Yeah, so
First date. Come on, guys.
Mr. Poop was like, "Right, well, what we'll do because there's no way of reaching it. I'll break the window and I'll just have to pay." For
You know what? Fair
play to him.
Yeah,
Fair
exactly.
play to him because he
Yeah.
clearly
Yeah.
liked her enough
He
to
didn't
go.
want
He
to
could have been
embarrass
like,
her.
"You're gonna have to
Yeah.
get going, love. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
exactly.
like do one." But well played.
This is where it gets good. She's like, no, I'm an amateur gymnast.
No, she fucking
Yeah.
didn't.
She was
So
trying to
that's-
claw it back, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can do some
So
weird
she
shit.
was like, I'll slip through the window, bend through, and get it. And she ended up getting stuck. And lo and
Oh
behold,
my
the act.
God.
Upside down.
Just
Yeah.
like the poo.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Her and her poo intertwined
Shit out
by
of luck.
destiny.
Life-
Symbiotic.
Becomes art.
Yeah. Just-
Lo and behold, they have to ring for the fire
Treble nine.
service.
yeah.
Yeah, treble 9, biatch.
Yeah. Imagine
And
explain
then-
that though, like, just yes, hello, fire service. How can I help
Quite a
you?
situation going.
So I'm on this date, yeah, and there's no easy way to say this. She's stuck in a window. Like, oh, why is she stuck in the window? You'll see when you get it. Just send someone.
Hello,
please.
Was there a head-
999? Yeah, no, I need help getting a poo. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
I suggest laxatives.
Was her,
Yeah.
was her head just next to the
Yeah.
poo the whole time? Was she like not able to reach it?
Oh, what if it was
Ish.
Poo Girl? What if she's tried to escape her destiny, but like Final Destination,
Yeah.
she still ends up face to face with a poo?
Poo.
You imagine like smelt as well. She's like vomited. She's like in the window, and just
Oh.
Well, I'll show you what it looked like
Picture,
anyway.
yeah.
So if you can
We'll put a
see
picture on
the white
the Twitter
bits.
page.
Is that the turd?
That's it. Yeah. So she properly
What do you mean
wrapped
the
it.
white bits are? Oh right.
so it fell on the window
not the
ledge.
whole
Oh, right.
windowsill.
No, I thought you meant like the white bits were turned
That
from like
poo ain't
she's,
that big.
she's like an old dog or something. She has like weird like white poo.
Can you see that, Matt?
I can see that.
But yeah. So it basically.
Yeah.
So.
That poo's not that big.
quite
Like, I
central.
expected it to like a fucking
Log.
spear.
No,
Like
I
Bono.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like his toilet must have been fucking awful.
Shit, yeah, he had a bad toilet. That's your
fucking
fault.
bad.
That's not his fault.
Unless she
No,
ate.
no,
like,
it's not
The,
her
the,
fault.
the emergency services
Well,
are like, the fourth time this week.
That's what she looks like because she's like trying to make sure she doesn't land headfirst into the poo.
Oh,
But
bless
she's
her.
To be
obviously-
fair, I
she's
think a
very
face full of
much-
poo's the least of her concerns, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
If anything,
She's
it
very
almost
much
smushed
stuck.
it and made the problem a lot less problematic.
But apparently, it took. I think it was 5 police officers. 5
Turd sergeants.
firemen, turd sergeants, yeah, turd insurgents,
Turn inspectors.
to get her out. I think it's either his. I think they ended up having to break the window, apparently, just to get her out.
Hope they didn't
Otherwise, it
break
wouldn't have
up.
happened.
Yeah.
I bet
believe-
experience
I
like
believe-
that, like Megan Fox and Shia LaBeouf's character in
Yeah.
Transformers, where it's like we
Yeah.
discovered an alien race together. We helped fish out your own poo, like
Yeah,
me
yeah,
and you.
yeah.
We're in it till the end.
I mean,
and
that's.
then just disappear.
Vows at the wedding, like
Yeah.
you know.
No, I hope the twist of the story, she got together with one of the firemen that broke her out. And it's like, so how'd you guys meet?
M.
Well, actually, I was
Night
on a
Shyamalan, this
date.
thing.
Yeah.
She got with the window ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got with the poo. She was
The
like, they just
poo
wouldn't flush.
walking down
Yeah,
the aisle.
he just wouldn't flush down the toilet because he didn't want to leave me. Like,
Yeah. No one's left me like the poo does.
yeah.
So he's ended up setting because the window was broke. Because he had to take it out, it was going to cost him £300 or something like that. He'd been getting quotes like that because he's a student. Obviously,
It's
it's not
expensive
easy
date,
to
that is.
replace. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he set up a crowdfunding target of £200 to get it done.
Help me save your poo window.
Yeah.
It's up to 1,200 so
Yeah.
far.
Well played.
Yeah.
So, and apparently, is it from what other things I've heard? Is once he's paid for the window, he's going to donate the rest to charity.
Ah,
Good guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a good guy.
And
hopefully.
No, he's definitely doing it to get more dates.
He
'Cause
says-
he can put on his Tinder
Yeah,
bio
I
now.
know.
Shit in my window.
Yeah. Something like that. And
We're
yeah.
going on a holiday to Mallorca
Yeah.
with charity money.
But
Yeah.
to finalise it, unsurprisingly, the woman does not want to be named, but Mr. Smith said he has seen her since, and who knows what the future holds. We had a lovely night on the second date, but it's too early to say if she's the one. But we got on very, very well, and she's a lovely girl. And we've already got the most difficult stuff out of the way first.
Like
You know what?
shitting
Well,
in
you know
the
what? He
Yeah.
seems like a fucking
Yeah.
stand-up guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I have his number?
Mr. Smith, we salute you.
I'll
Yeah.
find it for you.
Yeah, go on.
Try and find his Tinder profile.
Internet's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
But he does sound like a lovely guy.
He sounds like
He
a
does
fucking
sound like a
great
lovely
guy.
guy.
He could have been like, haha, lol, I'm going to live tweet this.
Yeah, just filming it on Snapchat. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Shit in my window, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the amount of shit you see on Snapchat nowadays is absolutely room for any other old fuck boy to be like, she fucking this absolute scruff, she fucking pooed down my window.
gymnast, more.
Look the poo.
And then she fucking asked me to help her go out the window. I'm not gonna miss that opportunity. Look at her, fucking idiot. She stood outside.
Fucking dab for the camera, you shit idiot.
One window, 1/3.
One window,
yeah,
one
so-
girl, one turn.
Yeah.
A funny story, but I'd argue.
That's two
a happy
windows.
ending.
Yeah, it is a happy ending.
Yeah.
That's 2 windows. That's the
Not
point.
the happy
That's why
ending I
it's
imagine he was
Very
expecting.
sad.
2 windows, one
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. We got there in the end, didn't we? We got there in the end. Alex or Guff, who wants to speak next?
Are you waiting to go last?
Oh no, I can speak. I'll speak about
Hell.
my stuff. I'll break up the monotony of you boring fuckers
Wow.
Oh.
with my own experience.
Looks like I'm going to shit on your window tomorrow.
Please do. Please do. And the window, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, don't show my windows.
The window.
To the wall.
To the
wall.
To the loo.
I'm going to fling my shit at his window. Wow, look at that poo stick.
This is why we got songwriters.
Ah, ski, 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 ski.
Okay, that works. Oh,
Skids, motherfucker.
Oh, skids.
Down the wall.
Hot shit.
Maybe we should have just killed the podcast and not rebranded it. Maybe we
Oh,
should have just
shut
ended
up.
it. Just ended it.
This is the more social we get to be, so...
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah. But I'm sure it's just on my microphone, so I'm sorry if this sounds horrible.
Your
That's
voice
amazing.
sounds worse.
Oh,
Oh.
Boy.
oh dear.
Banter.
I actually
Oh
meant to,
dear.
oh dear. Ooh.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
I actually meant to speak about this when we did Drunkcast, but it got rowdy and then the recording stopped, so I didn't get a chance. Pizza. But I didn't get a chance to.
Next time.
Yeah.
Oh no, we can't handle
You're
that.
No,
banned,
'cause-
mate.
Yeah, you're banned.
You're banned, pal.
It's a picture of you outside the
Yeah.
Drunkcast,
You're
like,
cut
not
off
in.
already,
No.
mate. You're
We
cut
do
off.
not have enough alcohol for you
Yeah.
to be satisfied.
You're going to be like coming in. We're like, not tonight, mate. Not tonight, pal.
Too
Yeah.
drunk already.
Yeah, it's just for your own safety, I think, and everyone else's. You'll start like a punch up just in the middle, just ending it. It'll just cut out, and I'll be like, "Yeah, so we've had to cut this one short. Everyone. It's gone horribly wrong." But I was going to say this, but then I forgot, and we ran out of time. But some people may know that I've been doing a bit of a project for myself over the past year, which was taking a photograph every day of something interesting. The year has finished.
Wow.
That's when.
Yeah, Burger
Yeah, the
Day,
first day was
National
Burger Day, National
Yeah.
Burger Day.
Hmm.
So that was when that was, which was our second ever episode. When we were recording our second ever episode, was the day I started that.
Yeah.
Was that the second
Second
one?
one
Yeah,
episode,
'cause
yeah.
the first one was back at the flat, and then the second one.
Second one's at mine, yeah.
You mean the first studio?
Yeah.
Studio One.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been done with. So basically, for people that don't know, I took a photo every single day of something kind of represented the day, that day in particular. And I need to get them all developed and see what's what. But it's kind of quite interesting to have finished it. Like, even, it sounds proper cheesy, but even like finishing it and not looking back at stuff, I kind of go, I probably could have done this better. But at the same time, I kind of didn't want to. Like, there's loads of times where I forgot to take a photo, but I was like, that's kind of good because I was more enjoying what was actually happening rather than going, oh, I better get a photo of this. Like, this is really fun. I'm going to take a photo of this. It'd be like afterwards, and I'd be like, oh shit, I should have taken a photo of, having a laugh with my mates and stuff. But I kind of really didn't. But you kind of realize how many days you actually just do the same crap, and like, not how bored, not like I think I do a lot of stuff, but kind of how many days you. Not that you're bored, but you're just doing.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing, like over
Life
and over.
is not Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's kind of this thing that we see people on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter like living these lives. Like, look at all these amazing photos.
Yeah,
that I've
look
got.
with your fireworks sunsets, you bitch.
Yeah,
Oh, we need to go down and do a podcast down there.
Eat
do.
sand, faggot.
Yeah, just
Yeah, John, man.
He said, bitch.
culture.
Push him over.
Cultured
You know,
stuff.
like how Elliot's. This is like a weird small bit of world. Like, obviously Elliot's in Nuki, hasn't he? And like, I have a
Yes.
mate from uni called Liam, who's from Truor.
Yeah.
Turns out Elliot walked up to Liam and went, I know you. You know Alex P's and Jordan face, don't you? Literally, the smallest
Really?
fucking... Yeah, because he just recognised him from my profile. And he's just like...
creepy
like,
as fuck.
Yeah.
Elliot's got balls.
Yeah, who knew Elliot was so creepy?
Yeah, turns out...
Did Elliot bang?
Yeah, totally.
Did he smash?
Smash.
Always.
But like, I think what it was,
Let me
because like,
smash.
basically, the people Elliot was with is who like Liam used to hang around with.
Ah.
No way.
Small world.
Honestly, crazy, yeah.
See,
Small world.
first I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Not
So
told
someone
me.
just like, shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Appreciate the good fucking story.
Yeah.
You
Sorry.
So
antichrist.
ungrateful little shit.
You William Dafoe in Antichrist.
Oh no.
Oh, no, we don't
Please don't talk
about that.
But yeah, that was kind of interesting. It's kind of strange to see what it'll actually.
So have you had them developed?
Not
or
yet,
is like
no.
today's the last day? You take
No,
the
no,
last
no.
photo?
I did it the other week.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago. It finished the end of August. So it's kind of interesting to see
yeah, of
what
course,
will
'cause you
actually.
wanted to
So
speak
I'm
about
going
the
to
previous-
develop all them when I'm back from holiday.
So how many roles did you get?
Rolls.
Yeah, rolls of film.
I know it's just.
Or what the fuck did he call them?
I was
Cameras.
extra number 5.
What? Oh, you got like disposable
Yeah,
cameras
disposable
each
cameras.
side.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah, yeah.
fucking cheapskate.
Yeah.
I
Cheapskate.
think they're more expensive
That's
than
not
the
cheap. They're
film.
£7,
I
mate.
know they're not. You should have been
fucked
like
it
Affleck's
there.
and be like, right, I'm doing disposable film and I need a camera.
Is that your hipster voice?
No, yeah,
It's
You,
not the Aquaflex voice.
yeah.
yeah.
That's what they all sound like.
I should. Yeah, I could have done it probably in a better way, but I started it and then I was like, all right, this is how I'm doing it. That is it. So I need to find a cheap way to,
Dispose the cameras.
dispose them because
If it's the same as
Easier than
disposing the
bodies.
body, oh.
Oh, same, twins.
Same
So I definitely need a way to do it, but I'm gonna scan them all, make like a blog, and just kind of
I'm looking
put them all
forward
up
to
there.
it.
Actually,
developed onto it there?
Yeah,
because I want the physical ones as well.
fucking
Yes, Sam.
edgy.
Edgy.
To be fair,
No, but
you
that was
know
kind
what?
of the point that it was this thing that
It becomes
I
kind of
couldn't.
a good idea doing that
Yeah.
because for someone like my dad,
Yeah.
who, you know, he's got a habit. Yeah, he is, and he's got a habit of not really thinking. Maybe I should.
I'm not really thinking.
I'm not really thinking.
Maybe I should back up these photos. So we've lost tons of photos because he's just like, yeah, I've just like threw away my memory cards. It weren't working anymore. I'm like, oh, so those photos we've got holidays and stuff on. It's like, yeah, all gone. Like, fucking well played, Dunk.
Yeah.
So, but having something physical
Yeah.
means you've
Yeah,
forever got them.
Wait,
It's kind of sad as well that it's kind of like not that an opportunity to present itself soon, but if like it depends how interesting it actually is, do you know, to
Yeah.
look at as a because I'm really worried that I'm going to get them on to be like I won't regret doing it because I'm like it's actually been quite an interesting experience to do, but I might get them all and be like they're all a bit shit and like
Yeah.
even like it's just not interesting for an audience or do you know like. For I'm trying to think of the right word, like a consumer to like look at and go.
Yeah.
Because like I'm quite like I wouldn't say I'm a big art fan, but I'm interested in art, and you know when I see like pieces, I'm like, oh, that's kind of really cool. But this might just be completely boring. Like I don't know, but if it was like something that was actually interesting to look at and go, oh, this is like a really in-depth snapshot of like someone's year or whatever. Because like towards the start of the year, like my dog was like dying. So I've got like the last photos of him. Like I've got a picture of him like leaving our house for like the last time. But then other days I've literally just got a picture of my computer because like that's literally what I did that day. I sat on my computer and I edited some stuff. So there's this really interesting sort of mixture of quite personal things, but then really
the fact
mundane.
you couldn't see what you were actually taking at the time.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Can't check back.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I liked it. I'm thinking like if like maybe carrying it on in some form or another, but definitely not disposable because it's too expensive and it just doesn't allow for. Now, drug dealers again. No, just the kind of idea that sounds really fake. That ringtone. It's going to sound like I put a weird ringtone in post. Like the idea that you know you're pulling a disposable camera out and people kind of notice you doing that and are like. This is
Are
a bit.
you afraid of the?
Are
Are you afraid of the?
I'm really afraid of the.
Are you afraid of being judged?
Not judged, but you know, like people see you do it and then they don't act naturally. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And so much
There's
of
no
what.
candid photos.
Yeah, kind of really wanted it to like a lot of it, and a lot of it is kind of candid, but
yeah,
there's sometimes when you sat somewhere, say like in a restaurant, and you're like, oh, this is nice. Like, I'm going to take a picture of this. Do you know, like, you start getting a disposable camera out and people kind of would look at you and be a bit like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
But, like, if you just get your phone out and do it, no one's going to care. Everyone's going to be like, oh, he's just going to Instagram it or something.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, when it's disposable, people are like, what's he doing? Like, that's, like, what's he using that for, sort of thing. So it's kind of interesting. But I finished that and I'm going to sort that out and put it somewhere, probably just online. Because I wrote, like, for most of the days, wrote little, like, notes as well about, like, what it is.
Specifics, yeah.
So I might, like, do, this is what I wrote at the time. But if it needs, excuse me, burping. If it needs more in-depth, maybe writing a bit more, like, around it or something, if it requires that. Because a lot of the stuff, it was, like, us podcasting and stuff. So not that it's, like, a thing for self-promotion, but just, like, putting, like, the link to our podcast underneath it and being like, that's the episode we recorded when this film was. Sorry, didn't you take your laptop? When this photo was taken, or we were like, I'm editing something. This is what I was editing, sort of thing. So it'd be interesting to look back.
And you can
on.
effectively look back on that year and be like, this is what I did every day for that year.
Yeah, exactly.
So I forget half the things I.
That's
did.
what I mean. It's kind of this interesting thing that a lot of days you do stuff that it's not insignificant. It's not pointless, but you just forget.
Yeah,
that you've kind of done it. Like I did some photography for an event. I spent ages editing them, and a few of the photographs are going to be just me editing them because I need to get them out. And then I accidentally deleted all the edits. Like, I had the raw photos, but I deleted the file that I was editing them all in, and it'd taken me like 3-4 hours I'd spent working on it. Deleted it. Spent about 2 hours trying to recover it. Couldn't recover it, and then stayed up to like 4 a.m. trying to get as much done as possible. So, but like, I'd probably forget about that. But looking back on it, I'd go, "Oh yeah, God, that was rough, wasn't it? That was horrible doing that. That was pretty grim." But yeah, that's kind of what I've been reflecting on life. Do you want to go next, Guff? Speaking of reflecting on life.
Oh God, we should have.
That's actually the best tangent I think I've ever done on the show. Round of applause for me.
Segue.
Segue.
But maybe we've made the wrong name for this.
The existential segue. That sounds like
that would have made the logo so much more shit.
That sounds like a really shit mode of transport.
Yeah.
Like the existential segue.
It's just a segue, and as you're getting about Alan Watts is blaring out the speakers.
Wait, before we move on to this, there was one question that arose from that I wanted to ask.
Oh yes, of
Does
course.
Dunk have a middle name as well?
No.
That arose from what?
Just from them. We were talking about Dunk.
Oh right.
It just made me think, has he got a middle name?
I thought you were going to ask me a really like profound question about my project. And
No.
he was like, "Does Dunk have got a middle name?"
Is Dunk called Dunk? Dunk P.
Call him the double D.
Why is that so funny?
I don't know. That got me. That's
It's like Bam Bam, innit? And Pebbles.
Hit you with the DDP.
But that means like NBA name.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
I feel like that's just what he needs to call his dick now. His UDP.
Dunk Dunk.
Dunk Goose.
Dunk's going to give you the Dunk Dunk.
It just sounds like he's a caveman.
Dunk Dunk Dunk.
Dunk.
I say everything twice.
Like Captain Caveman.
Captain K.
Death by Snoo.
Do you want to go next, Guff? Or Alex, do you want to go next? Do you want to rock, paper, scissors for
I
it?
can get it out of the way quickly.
No, I'm going for
Guff can talk about the fact why he's not been talking.
Yeah, I've realised I've not been as talkative as I was.
Yeah.
It's kind
been
of
a good
like,
thing. It's kept it condensed. I mean, the podcast would be like 3 hours longer if you had been talking.
Wow.
To be fair, though, I think I've kind of been cast back. Wow. I've been kind of cast back into the mindset, because there's a lot of times, obviously, at uni when I've not been, when I've been working and things, and like I'll put on the podcast, put on the podcast to get fucked. No, but I'll put on the podcast,
trying.
Bleep that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. No, but I'd basically
67:30.
It's alright, I'm listening to it all, it's fine. I feel like the first episode I should at least listen to all of it before I put it out. I need to put it out before Monday.
Oh, in that case.
Yeah, because everyone say a really bad swear word now.
Cunt buckets.
Not beeping that. Did you think?
Oh, that led me to a false
I like how you were the only one that swore as well.
Yeah.
I was going to say something. I thought,
my mind's processing.
You know what though?
Right.
I think that was the fucking tamest.
Yeah.
And then like out of
You was like,
everything you lot
could say something really bad. Cunt bucket.
I love how that's been said in like a childlike voice.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Cut bucket.
Yeah. Teach your kids to swear really, guys.
No, but I was basically saying that like because I've been sat here doing the logo.
Yeah.
Talk about this in a minute. It's Alex first.
No, I'm just saying. But I think I've been
foreshadowing. You're
I'm just
whetting
saying,
their appetites.
I'm just saying the fact that I've been quiet. I think it's because it's almost been like when I've just put the podcast on when I've been doing work in like home. So I think it's just
Isn't that cute? Gov, say something really racist. I'll beep it. I swear.
nah.
I swear, Gov.
I hate.
Yeah, you honkies.
Yeah, I'm gonna beep.
See, you know what? No matter what I say, though, Alex will always beat it.
Do you know what? I'm gonna beep the word whites. So you're like, ha. I hate.
If I say whites for the rest of this podcast and you don't, you're not gonna beep everything I say.
I'm gonna beep like every word you say to make it sound like it's just really offensive the whole time.
Wait, just dub me over that sentence for him.
Yeah.
So it's Guff saying, I hate.
And then
Yeah.
I'm going.
Someone's like,
The Northern's come back.
I'll beep.
That sounds like Guff.
Yeah, I mean, I'll beep that.
I forgot to send you.
But I will also do as an edit where
where
that is over the top of that.
Wait, how are you going to beep it then if you're doing it as
No, I will.
right.
I'll beep it, but then when I'm editing it, I'll also cut
Please
together
don't
that.
put that over.
No, I will for our own personal benefit.
Okay. Sorry.
Now that's the advert for the next episode.
Guffers hates people.
Don't not say it now when we've got a soundbite of you saying it.
Yeah, well.
Gotta be careful. Something's going to slip through the gaps with all this editing I need to do.
Yeah.
Speaking of being really racist, what are you talking about today, Alex?
Yeah, it's fucking rights.
Rice.
No.
Something serious.
No. It's something very particular. It's in America, of course, because they're all fucking stupid.
Yeah, we can be racist to them.
Sorry, you're not Michelle.
Can we?
Oh, yeah.
Not you, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Apart from you, Michelle, everyone
Not
else.
you, honey.
I'm seeing that she's going to beat me.
Basically, this just gets on the edge of stupid.
Whatever you're into, Sam. Said whatever you're into.
Basically, the title is "School made 80 students take an alcohol test over one empty beer can." Yeah.
Amazing.
Basically, this was in New Jersey, and it's at a high school football game, so obviously beer will be present at some point.
Yeah.
You know, naturally, like any sport.
Yeah, if you're for a good time.
But what the stupid thing was, though, it's not like a student had it in the hand. The can tumbled onto the field during the football game in New Jersey, and in front of two administrators. And then obviously they started approaching people at the game at the same time. And obviously they're like, "Oh, who's bringing fucking booze to games?
Yeah.
You sick bastards." Yeah. And like, then
dudes.
no one fessed up to it. So what the administrators did for all the people they questioned who they thought might have done it, they made them take alcohol tests, not piss tests, actual blood tests.
Blood,
Dude.
like not even just like breathalyzer.
I was gonna say, I thought it was pissing in a cup that they were doing.
Well, because alcohol does stay in your system for a while, that's why they did it off that. But
I thought it'd just be like a breathalyzer or
exactly,
something.
Something simple. But I'm guessing they've done it off that extent because they're that serious on alcohol there for a stupid point. They've actually thought, like, let's hire medical professionals to take blood samples of 80 students who probably weren't drunk.
That means they've managed to willingly get 80 blood samples from people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just refuse.
Hell of ask.
Because like, surely you can't take it without.
Or maybe all of these people just like, fuck it, I'm going to prove them wrong.
Each one had
I'd just be like,
urine and blood work done, so both of them at the same time. So
did they actually catch anyone then who was drunk? Or?
I would just refuse.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I know it's not me. So.
None of them.
So basically, I'm guessing
it was probably like what a teacher, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like,
just underneath the bleachers there, just
dropping like
shit.
What more than likely has happened? The can's just been there. There's been a bit of wind. It's probably old. It's like, who's drinking this pristine can?
Yeah.
Because all we are is just dust in the wind.
Shut the fuck up.
I feel like...
Hey, this your philosophy's not wanted on this podcast.
Hey! This is a family podcast, this.
Hey, that's Kansas's philosophy, not mine.
We're going, we don't need family podcasts. I wasn't there for it, but I'm going to use it. But no, it doesn't. That's always one thing I've never got. Like, you can drive at the age of 15. Or Michelle's been driving for almost 9 years.
That's not good.
but she's been drinking
Cutting that out,
less
sending it to
time than
Michelle.
I have
Yeah,
been, and it's
exactly.
like it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
so bad.
It's baffling because
It's-
when can
They
they
have
go
such a-
into the army as well? Is that 16 or 18?
So they can go in at
18, I
18.
think.
18, yeah.
But they can't be deployed until the 21.
See, that's where
Was that- is that
we can
really?
go. We can go in at
Yeah.
16, can't we? With
Yeah.
parent
Yeah,
parental
that's
permission,
true.
can't you?
Yeah.
But I take it.
Wait,
you can't.
really? You have to be 21 to actually go like
Go out,
Proper
on
yeah.
tour?
because he classes as an adult then. Because I think
Lads
you can
on
get
tour. Lads on
person-
tour.
You can probably
I
get
think
signed off.
parental like
Yeah.
sign off, but I know like well at the time now it's just like oh you're your own.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at
Very
all.
particular.
Every
stuff
day.
like
It's
Yeah.
a school day.
It is.
But then you get bear discount apparently. When you work in the
that.
army.
There's-
I thought you meant of like lessons.
Right.
You get every day's a school day, but you get a discount.
Yeah, discount. Yeah, it's like
All
we've got to
business.
keep learning. Yeah, it's messed up in it, America.
Yeah.
Like, I think like one can on a football field is the least of their
Oh,
problems.
exactly.
Really.
And like, to be honest with you, on that field, it's not only with football which is used though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably people
So-
getting fingered behind the seats.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's fine, isn't it?
Or getting canned.
Yeah, can
Fuck me!
Wait, full or empty?
with a can.
Beer can fucking
Yeah.
human barbecue.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not beer can chicken, is it?
Beer can chicken.
Oh, that's that. No, that
That
will
might have been beer can cow.
Beer can Stacey. It's fine.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Alex. Thanks for bringing this into our lives. It's enriching as
I'm gonna
ever.
get wrecked when I'm in America, so
In it wrecked
yeah.
with beer.
You're gonna look like an alcoholic. That's the thing. Like a lot of people say that when you
What
go
about
to America, like in like British culture, like
We have
we
such-
are
Beer drink.
alcoholics.
Yeah, we have
in
such
terms
like a
of binge.
relaxed thing around alcohol, though.
Yeah.
There's this kind of thing like we kind of let people drink young here. Do you know, like at family
Yeah.
parties and stuff?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's 14. Like, yeah, you can
Have
have.
a buck
You
fast.
can have like a bottle of beer.
Fuck fast.
Hey, but prostate.
Put hers on your chest.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Though, like family parties, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, he's like 14. Like, have like one.
Yeah.
Game
Yeah.
of WKD.
Yeah, WKD. Do you know what I
Only
mean?
like glasses of wine. and
Yeah,
vodka.
yeah, that's kind of
If
seen
you're
as
more
like.
refined, of course, like the Whitefield.
I wonder where
Yeah,
it
yeah.
comes from culturally, because I was going to say, I wonder if it comes from like maybe more of a lackadaisical thing towards like, you know, like a lot of pubs like hundreds of years ago
Yeah.
being like a lot more pubs being around.
Yeah.
Quite a community
Or whether it-
place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or whether
yeah.
it's like fairly European, you know, the
Sunscreen.
idea that
Oh
you've
yeah,
got-
it is because like
yeah.
you know,
kids.
because like in France, it's like with,
Yeah.
with dinner
Oh, yeah,
they're
you can-
allowed
yeah, you
wine.
can
through-
drink-
Yeah,
oh,
they can have it.
Germany's beer with certain breakfast.
Well,
food,
yeah,
isn't
of
it?
course, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Which, yeah, so
Oh,
that's why I'm
maybe
moving to
it's
Germany.
hard.
We're just
Yeah.
trying to get away from the
Exactly.
existential dread that is living.
Yeah, we are British, so we're all a
Yeah.
bunch of fucking
Yeah.
moaners. So
Yeah.
maybe just the drink
It's
helps.
the stiff upper
Kill all
lip
brain cells.
that we're just
There's
not willing to
calories.
admit our problems.
It's
Yeah.
because everyone realised how fucking awful high school was. So
Yeah.
like adults
Yeah.
just like let him
God.
have a fucking
Let him
drink.
drink, let him
Like,
drink, man.
Christ,
Oh,
he's just done his,
GCs.
he's just done,
He's
he's
got
just
no-
done his O levels.
Yeah.
Get him a special brew.
Yeah.
Give him an Iron Brew Wicked.
Give him some Scrumpy Jack.
Oh.
Hey, what will treat that snake bite?
Scrumpy Jack.
Yeah,
Bad
it's
stuff.
because like in like American films and stuff, like drinking's always seen as kind of like so many American
Big
teen
taboo.
films.
You had a drink, you're off the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, so like drink, like drinking.
Get out of here,
yeah,
bozo.
drinking in like
You're
American.
not on the Mighty Ducks anymore.
This is my life.
The mighty ducks until you can be drinking.
Hey,
They're not
you
12
said-
aren't they,
you
the
didn't-
mighty
You
ducks.
didn't see what happened to that old one who's like the goth one.
Emilio, no,
No, that's
Emilio
Emilio
Estevez.
The goth of the
code,
Sheen
yeah.
family.
Oh, I wish
No,
he had a
this is
goth face.
this is Mighty Ducks 3 that we're talking about
Oh,
here when
okay,
they're in like
okay,
high
yeah,
school
okay,
and stuff.
alright,
like,
Mighty Ducks
oh, is
history.
wait, is 3 where they go to college? I can't remember.
I think I've only seen the first one.
The only one I ever watched was the cartoon where they were actual ducks. And it was fucking
I don't want to watch
awful.
a film that's got ducks in the title if there's not actual ducks in it. I know that actually changed.
Why
like,
aren't
like,
they ducks? So angry.
You're just ringing up,
Hate this house.
ringing up Blockbuster. I've just rented Mighty Ducks from you, all right? And there's no fucking ducks in it.
You know what? There's a Blockbuster that's still knocking around in Birmingham.
No,
we were,
there's
we were
not.
there playing a show.
Is it because
and-
they?
No, it's derelict as fuck,
Oh,
but
right.
it's actually down as a Blockbuster still.
I thought you meant
it's
like no one had
active.
told them
No.
that it had gone into liquidation.
Oh.
It was still
We
running it.
first saw it
That'd
driving
be
past.
cool,
We were like,
that.
no fucking way. There's a block, but then there was loads of hobos outside. Like, all right, no,
Hobo
No.
Buster.
yeah,
Yeah.
But no, Blockbuster
Fucking
still knocking
hipster
around
as
there.
shit, Birmingham,
Yeah,
innit?
Heath Lodge or something.
Yeah.
But whatever the fuck that is.
Well, like, in like teen films, like drinking's always seen as like really taboo, and
Yeah.
loads of stories are about them getting like alcohol for the party and stuff like that. It's like
get a keg.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well,
Fucking
like
neck a keg,
do what we did and just like get your mum to buy you like 4 beers or something. Do you know what I mean? And
Or
get
that's
someone's
that
old.
creepy guy at the end of the shops to get you.
Yeah.
Or get like
Mate, some cigs.
or someone's like older brother.
When can they smoke?
In America.
I'm not sure when.
I know it was high. That it was high, but
I think in America it's maybe 18.
18.
But over here, I think there was a
16.
rule where 16 you could smoke, but you couldn't buy.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You can smoke
Yeah.
at 16, but you can't buy them till you're 18.
I remember hearing a thing
backwards.
which was maybe like, I think the comedian said it, which was that like
No, take credit
it's
for
so
it.
it's
You
so,
said it.
No, it's so strange
funny
that like
bastard.
you can't drink until 21, but like people can do porn when they're 18, and it's
Yeah.
like if anyone
Yeah.
deserves a fucking drink, it's
Oh,
a girl getting a
Jim
Roger in.
Jeffries.
It's
It's Jim Jeffries.
Oh, yeah,
Like, if anyone deserves it.
It's come on the face. It's like, yep.
It's like, well, that always makes me so like, it's like, because surely if you considered, because
we can.
the thing that bugs me about the whole mentality about it is, it's like, if you're classing this person as an adult to do adult films, but they're not technically an adult, so they can't drink.
Yeah.
Or gamble or anything.
Yeah, like it's like, then surely by the rules of everything else, they're not technically an adult.
Yeah.
So that's wrong. Like, do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like at least drop it back down, because I'm not saying being 18 is, you know, obviously we're adults here when we're 18.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just think unify it. What's the
Doesn't
point of
certain
having such a
states
different?
have like certain laws? Like,
Yeah.
for example, isn't like Tennessee you can't drink whatsoever, even though that's where Jack Daniels is.
It's a
made.
dry state.
Yeah, it's a dry state.
No, it
That
isn't.
sounds
Really?
familiar.
Yeah, Tennessee's a dry
No
state. The only
way.
place
Let's
you can
Google
drink is within the Jack Daniels factory.
Jesus.
I think
That
because
sucks. No wonder they have guns. Like, fucking
Yeah.
hell. What else are they gonna do?
incest.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you can't drink, you need guns and incest to make up for it.
But I think, because I
God.
know I've like, read before where people have to drive to different towns just
Right,
to go
to
for a
drink.
drink, which obviously causes more problems because you're going to end up
You
drink
drink driving?
Yeah, yeah.
Here we go. Tennessee, according to Google, the consolidated city-county government of Lynchburg and Moore County, Tennessee, is a dry county, notwithstanding that it is the home of the Jack Daniels distillery.
Google if.
That's so strange.
Google if.
It's weird, that is.
See?
See?
Yeah,
We're
no, I won't
branching
be
out
in
here.
DC,
We're
I'd be in,
not just
Virginia.
talking nonsense now. We're bringing hard-hitting facts to the
Virginia.
public.
Doing only. I better to. Oh, I'll give the address out. Oh wait, no shit. Is he in Maryland? Oh shit, I should know this.
You should know what's
Is
this?
he, no, he lives in Maryland. Does he live in, yeah, he lives in Maryland.
Who's this?
Right, Maryland.
Yeah,
Who are we talking
That's
about?
where they make all the cookies.
it is.
Who are we talking about here?
Michelle's dad's place.
Oh, okay.
Is Maryland a dry state? Iowa State's
I don't
law.
think it is.
Well,
Hopefully
I'm trying to find out for you,
Wait,
mate.
Iowa? It's not from fucking Iowa.
I've not finished.
Right.
Iowa state law specifically requires each county's liquor board to allow liquor licenses and follow the provisions of state liquor law. As a result, there can be no dry cities or counties in Iowa. Maryland prohibits local jurisdictions from imposing restrictions on licensing laws, which are stricter than state law.
That's amazing.
That didn't make any sense to me.
But that's kind of amazing.
They make their own judgments of how they can
Right.
like, legislate everything.
But that's kind of amazing though that they're literally going. You can't not serve alcohol here. It's like you can't. You got to serve alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't care how you do it, but you can discuss how you want to serve alcohol among yourselves, but you have to serve it. Like
I think how that's developed from is like after the Great Depression when they started taxing it again. I'm guessing it's because like they thought they
want
got
the
enough
tax.
revenue from it.
yeah,
That's probably why. It's had the same over here as well. That's why they never, even though they say, "Oh yeah, that's cigarettes and alcohol are bad,"
Yeah.
but they're never going to ban it because they make so much money. From
yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah,
That's true.
Regardless of how many like fucking broken children they might have cigarette packets, people still want the Bensons. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know?
I always think that. I just think, like, why waste the money putting it into these campaigns? Because is anyone really stopping smoking? Because there's some like kid on the packet going like, "Daddy, please don't smoke." Like, it's not happening, really, is it? Like, if people want to smoke, they're going to smoke. Like,
Yeah, that's what bugs me. I'm a bit like, there's no
I understand.
need for it.
I understand
like,
like,
I
the
get it.
TV campaigns, but like the packets is just a bit grotesque, really. isn't
Yeah.
it?
Packets
Like, the
are
re-
unnecessary.
like most
no
of the
one's
beers
having a
I've
profound existential crisis going to Tesco and grabbing that pack of cigarettes to smoke it,
Yeah.
and then looking at the dirty lungs on there and going,
But
Can I get a refund, please?
But-
mate?
But at the same time, like, I wouldn't think, "Hey, that packet's gold. I'm going to buy those cigarettes and smoke them all in a minute."
Yeah. But it's like to feel like beer. I do buy. We were talking about this at Drunkcast. Like I buy because like cool labels and stuff.
That's true.
I probably would be put off a beer actually if I had an ugly label on it. Not because I know what like horrible stuff it's doing
Like
to my
Tesco
liver.
value.
Yeah. It'd just be like, oh, it's got an ugly logo. I don't want to drink that. Like, but suppose cigarettes, you're not like got the packet out, have you, like waving it about?
So-
Well, they've covered the packets on them now, haven't they? Turned them into brown packets.
No, basically it's green. Though I like to smoking is bad. Smoking kills. Smoking this.
So you know which brand you're buying, but it's not advertised.
Yeah,
you
they're not-
know which brand you buy. Only buy like what's written on it. So it'd be like say Marlboro, Rothman.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's like that.
It's like this idea that, you know, obviously, in the UK, like in football stadiums, you can't like advertise beer on the billboards and
So
stuff.
they've stopped
But then-
advertising cigarettes on F1 cars
yeah,
as well.
Yeah, no, actually that because but it's like when United play in like Europe and stuff, they have like beer sponsors on the
Heineken
signs
and
because they're like
people like
Heineken
that, yeah.
and stuff because you're allowed to like advertise it in Europe, and so they're allowed to do it. But I was thinking this the other day, like I go to football quite a bit, and there's signs up everywhere saying like you can, like for people that don't know, you're not actually allowed to consume alcohol in any football stadium in sight of the pitch. Like you can have it down in the
Not allowed in the
entrances.
stands.
No, you are. Yeah, well, that's you can't even be stood on the stairs. Like if you
Yeah.
can see the pitch, you are not allowed a beer in your hand.
What
Like,
if-
and
what
if you
if-
are caught with a beer, you will be arrested and you'll never be allowed back in that stadium again.
Wow.
What if you just turn around? You know, looking at the pitch.
Yeah, I don't
Every
know.
now
Don't
and
know.
then I get
Yeah, you try that.
Pull, bitch.
Sam, you try that one, and you let us know how that one
we
goes
get
down with the
oh yeah, we get
police.
tickets for Rochdale, so I mean, you can go there and try that out. Try that out, yeah.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. But like, I was thinking about this. I was thinking, how bad did that? Like, how bad was
Yeah.
like the '80s in football hooliganism that they literally had to get to a point and go, "We're not going to let people drink in sight of the
It
pitch
was just
anymore."
George Best. It was to stop him getting
Yeah,
pissed.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's like, stop
Yeah.
drinking, George.
No!
I mean, Gazza,
Right,
but-
fuck it, banning everyone.
You have drank enough for every person that comes to a game.
Yeah, you've drank enough
For
for
the
the
rest of
70,000
time.
people in this stadium. But it is ridiculous when you think about it. Like, because it's completely understandable law as well. That's the
Yeah.
worrying
Yeah.
thing. Do you know when you go, oh, that's a bit silly, that's a bit over the top. With that, I go, yeah. I
However,
don't want
though,
some
like,
piss guy next to me downing like 10 Stellas
saying
in 90 minutes.
Snooker and pool, the drinkers in there were far worse, and they were still sponsored
Darts
by far
as
more.
well.
But yeah, exactly.
That's a fucking
And,
rough, like.
They
it's
let people drink at rugby as well, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
cricket.
Tech was
Yeah.
still
Cricket, you're allowed.
sponsors,
Like,
Yeah,
stuff
cricket,
Twickenham and
like if
whatever,
you're in a test match in cricket, you're there all day. So you're drinking like 10, 12 pints. And it's
Rookie
great.
numbers.
Yeah, rookie numbers, 20, 30 pints. So that's
You
what.
punched
No,
those numbers.
did I say 10 to 12? I meant 20 to 30.
He meant 10 to 12,000.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know, like, and people make beer snakes. Like, you pile all your plastic
Yeah.
Oh,
beers
yeah,
together,
that's true.
and literally just like everyone around you joins in, and it's like a community thing with
Yeah.
the cricket. And you sit next to, you know, the opposition. Like, do you know what I mean? There's banter back and forth, but it's never violent. So you just
Yeah.
go. In a way, you kind of go, it's not really the beer, but it's more the fans. But it's kind of
Yeah.
the football fans plus beer equals
Yeah.
thingy, fights and
Because you've
stuff.
got fuck that. Never mind.
Moronic.
Jason Moran.
Yeah. No, it's because you've got fucking morons watching
Yeah.
football. I'm one of them, but it's, you know, you just kind
Yeah,
of.
Bolton supporter.
Yeah.
I'm watching them tomorrow, actually. So fuck you.
I'm in work.
Someone has to be.
Yeah.
What the gossip?
I'm working tomorrow night.
Eat shit, dog.
Get a 9 to 5 like a real man.
Wait, 1 second. You just related.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, mate.
But yeah, it's just the mentality because it's
Yeah.
also how. See, I'm not sure with cricket. I know in rugby that players have to respect the ref.
Oh,
otherwise
yeah,
they
yeah,
get
they
sin
do.
bin
Well, there's
or
still great
whatever.
women in hotels.
Well, yeah, but you know,
What you do off the field is your own business.
boys will be boys.
That should be beat. That's awful.
I was being sarcastic. But with football, where you see players just taking the piss, abusing the ref and stuff,
Yeah.
fans are just going to get arsey anyway. So
Yeah,
it's, I
yeah.
can understand it.
It's not like respect in football.
No,
is
yeah,
there?
exactly, yeah.
I can't remember what I was watching recently, but some like an American person was talking about like football in the UK and how that's really gonna annoy me. I can't remember what it was. But they were basically saying how it's just weird that obviously you'll go to a game like the Super Bowl, like for example in like America and like hockey games as well, and you've got people wearing different jerseys sat next to each other. And that kind of really intense fans will rarely like, you know, get into maybe punch ups, but it's rare, but they'll mostly like razz each other, like, you know, playfully. But he said the fact that, you know, like when you've got in the UK, they come in at different sides of the pitch, they have different stands, and he said it's because
Yeah.
that's what I mean. He
Pubs
said,
for the fans as well.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like things like that, like, And it was only when he put it like that I was like,
Yeah,
fuck
so
yeah, it's
bad.
right.
So
Yeah,
like
yeah, it's bad,
Canada
that.
with hockey, right? Sometimes they've had to shut down cities because it's
Really?
been that
There's
bad.
riot,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, they get really neck and neck. Even though they're meant to be polite people, so fuck the hockey. It's like,
Yeah,
woo!
when
Hockey-
the hockey's
so they
on.
let loose. It's why they're always so polite. They have to let loose somehow.
Yeah.
They didn't been on the ice, eh?
It's the purge.
Yeah. But when, as soon as that mask goes down, that puck hits the ice, you're all fucked.
New Mighty Ducks film sounds alright.
Call back to an earlier show.
The Mighty Purge.
Quack quack.
Quack,
I don't know why I just said quack quack.
Quack, quack, motherfucker.
It's Emilio.
That's the tagline.
Eat puck, bitch.
Yeah. Just... Can you
Shut the puck up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, good.
Can you Photoshop the Mighty Ducks poster with our faces on it and do with that tagline?
What's the only film where he has to fight someone? Oh, Running Man. Is it where he has to fight someone who's like a hockey player, but the hockey stick's like a knife or something?
Yeah, it's Running Man. Yeah, that's right.
That's it. Yeah, I was just thinking then like Emilio Estevez in that, and how quickly he would die. I was like, oh yeah.
Not watched Running Man in years.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
There's that scene where he's got the camera. He's just like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
shove this camera so far in your stomach. Or something like that. It's a really good line. I can't remember it though.
Good idea impression. Are we doing Guffs?
Let's go to Guff. Guffers, what would you like?
It's just a fucking existential crisis.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more.
Did he ever go? Oh, no, it's not right.
Tell me more.
Well
tell me
played.
more.
You gave
No,
it a good
that's my
effort.
favorite video is that song with the Samuel Jackson
You could say that.
where he's like,
How does he look?
"Does he look like a bitch?"
Does he look like a bitch?
It's amazing.
Have you not seen my year 6 performance of me as Vince Fontaine in Greece?
No.
No,
I thought you were going to say as
I didn't-
Samuel Jackson in Pulp Fiction.
Just like, John, say what again, motherfucker? Just like,
I wish that was a year 6 Beavers play.
no,
Yeah,
is this a
I've got it on DVD.
is this accessible?
Did we never show it you at the flat?
No.
Right. David and Elliot have seen it.
This sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I've got a.
I need to see this.
It's me in my year
Right
7,
now, pause the podcast.
my year 7 blazer. In year 6, pre-bought. Mum was like, "You'll grow into it, Jordan." And I'm like,
Did you?
I don't know. I assume I did.
Just-
And I
no,
was
it's still too big for you now. You try it.
yeah.
I'm like, Mum,
This is fucking
this is
ridiculous.
XXXXL. How did you think I was going to
Mum
grow
wants
into
a
this?
fucking dementor in
Yeah,
this.
just-
But yeah, I was Vince Fontaine, the judge of the dance at the end.
Yeah.
Massive long speech.
Did you nail it?
Did I? Didn't fuck it up. Like,
That's
I don't
not what I
know how
asked. I like, did I? And then you kind of thought about it. I was like,
the way I
I didn't
said
mess it up.
it.
I didn't ruin
Did
it.
I? As in, yeah, of course I did.
You kind of
Yeah.
said it in almost in this, because you go, did I? Or did I fuck? You went, did I? As in, like, there was a fuck, like,
Yeah.
ready to come, but...
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I did pretty well. I did
Pretty
pretty
well.
well.
Average.
Oh, well played.
B plus.
I was Puss in Boots in year 6.
I was
You
Yoda.
fucking
Joe
still
Stewart
are
was
now.
Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this for?
Year 6
Yes,
Shit we
players.
did in year
Oh
6.
yeah,
you was Yoda.
Joseph's
Yeah,
Technicolor
we
Dreamcoat.
wrote our own play,
You fucking
and
nerd.
I played Yoda. No, I didn't choose to play Yoda.
Oh,
I think
mate,
I think I got.
This is what happens in your year 6
Yeah.
script.
I did, like,
Do you know what I mean?
I got to play Yoda. I think because I had a green lightsaber, so I got to play
Because he
Yoda.
was
So I had to,
short and wrinkly like a ball.
yeah.
He grew into
I'm
his height
I'm
in
Benjamin Button
Hiddleston.
like I'm aging backwards. Yeah, so I got to play Yoda, and it's like walking around on my knees like for the whole play,
Brilliant.
and I got to lightsaber fight a Dalek. So
Oh, fucking tastic.
that's what happened. That's what
That's a
happened.
lot
in
better than ours.
in
Hey,
our-
did your school write Ready Player One?
yeah. I'm pretty sure our teacher was on like LSD. That's why that play came out. Like, yeah, what if Yoda fights a Dalek? Great, and then there's a big sing along at the end, and I conducted it with my
Burning
lightsaber.
his tits off.
Yeah.
Like.
What was yours, Alex?
Bugsy Malone.
We had
yeah,
Bugsy
yeah.
Malone as well, but that was high school. That wasn't year 6.
Bugs Malone's a class film.
I
We played
wanted
the music in it.
I wanted to play in year 11, and the teacher that wrote the play was like the dame in it, so he like cross dressed this big like 6 foot, probably like
It
4
sounds like he's projecting.
geography teacher. No, he used to do you know Dave Spikey?
Yeah.
He used to be Dave Spikey's comedy partner, and then they fell out on a fishing trip, and Dave Spikey made it big, and my teacher became a geography teacher.
Wow.
Gutty.
He fucking took the shit end of that stick, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's a really cool guy, and he wrote this play, and he was like the Dame, and then I was called Captain Birdseye, and he was my love interest. Yeah, he was my love interest.
All right, nah, that's not cool.
These plays were just for the two of you.
Yeah,
after school.
was I groomed? Shit. No, but the thing about it was I was quite good at improvising, so I was all right because he notoriously, like, even though he wrote the play, didn't know his lines,
Right.
and then live on stage
No
forgot
wonder
his
Dave
lines.
Spikey dumped him.
Yeah, he forgot his lines, and because it was panto, it was all right. He like went off stage and came back on with the script and was like, but thankfully I was all right improvising. I was like, oh, come here, yeah, let's have a look at it. We pretend like we had a look at the, not
That's quite
pretending,
funny,
we
yeah.
had like a look at the script together, and I was like, all right, we're up to here. Like, do you know where we're going from and stuff like that. I was like,
That's quite
I was quite proud of myself that I
That's
managed
good.
to actually not just shit
It's a
my
good thing
pants
you
and
did
be-
drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
is quite
oh
good.
god, I don't know what to say now. But yeah, we've gone off on a tangent. Put like a clang.
Are we going to have a count
Yeah.
for every time we say the word tangent or existential? Because I feel like...
I'll just whack a shit ton of reverb behind it.
Yeah.
Make it sound-
Tangent!
Exactly.
Come and
Yeah,
get your tangents now from Jimmy Tangent. No refunds.
But come on, Guff, tell us. Your
No, well,
crisis.
I think Matt's played this up more than I. Like, I am having an existential crisis. No, I'm in that classic kind of post-uni
I had that.
era, I guess.
Is it
which
because you're still not
We're
wanking?
all in that. I'm too.
Hey, yo.
I'm not touching that one.
No
Is
porn.
what I said to myself.
No,
Yeah.
he said no porn here, so no wanking.
I'm
Yeah,
not a fucking animal.
Jesus, Jordan.
No,
we're all in that state though. I've been in that state for 2 years.
yeah.
too.
No, that's what
I've
I
been
mean.
in
So,
that for 1 year.
I mean, the
Yeah.
kind of the good thing is that I'm kind of going. The thing that's getting me through it is I'm not like.
You're surrounded by a load of other failures, so it makes you feel a bit better.
No, but it is
Yeah.
the thing. It is that kind of moment because like I remember speaking to people like towards the end of uni, and this was when I was like, I'm just gonna go back to work. I'm just gonna go back to the life I had before uni. Everything will be normal again. And like I had people who like really didn't know what they were gonna do. They didn't have jobs to go back to and things like that. And I remember they were saying about it, and I remember like thinking like, because this was at the time when I was planning on moving in with a friend like pretty much immediately, and we were gonna. You know, like I was like, I've got my job, and yeah. No, it was like we're
I
gonna.
love the two things like
Yeah.
do porn, get married.
both.
Amazing.
Hey, some of them do it.
Get married in porn.
Yeah.
No, but it was like
Couples that
couples that porn together, stay together.
Yeah.
No, but that's a spin-off to the porn. What is it? Is it porn stars like the PAWN,
Oh,
like the
right.
one about?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Young Sam was always so confused by that show. Why is the porn stars on at like 10 in the morning?
It
He's
only
like,
came
Oh,
out.
I'm well ready for this.
Yeah. Someone have like
It only
trousers
came out
down,
3
dick
years
in
ago,
hand.
Sam.
yeah.
Young Sam was so confused by
Yeah.
that.
That's,
Young Sam was so confused by time.
yeah. He's just like, why the fuck am I wanking to like a box of jewelry? And
Oh,
like,
you know what? Actually, that
Why
was-
aren't you wanking to a box of jewelry?
Yeah.
just
What?
mentioning
You just
about
made me-
time then, just reminded me of the joke that I made to all of the other bosses at work, and no one got it.
Go
Oh,
on.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
literally, it was someone was posting something, oh, blah, 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 training on X. They were like, oh, training on 27th of August. So I was like, oh, that's already gone past. I'm going to make a fucking razor,
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, well, wait, what was my actual phrasing?
oh,
Because
get it up.
I need to fucking, it hurt me that no one replied. I
Don't
was
worry,
like,
Sam. I'm going to put some canned laughter in.
just
as
put
soon
some
as you-
like, wah, wah.
No, I'm going to put canned laughter
Yeah.
so you feel great. So you feel good
So
about
they
yourself.
said, blah, 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 training, whatever. And I said, there we go. I might have to finish that DeLorean a little sooner than I anticipated if training's on the 27th of August. I thought people would get that. Turns out not. And then literally, I was having like a meeting with my boss today, and he was like,
He was like, he called me and he was like, Sam,
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck is that? Like,
no, literally,
seriously.
we were just talking about the WhatsApp group. I was like, oh yeah, and that fucking joke I put on that no one got. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, when I mentioned about the DeLorean, he was like, oh no, he was thinking I meant the band. He was like, oh, I thought you were talking about your band. I was like, it's a fucking car.
It's called the Nova.
One, I am terribly offended at the fact you don't actually know the name of a band.
It's a Back to the Future joke. Because I was like, how did no one get it? And I was like, right, well, it turns out I'm gonna have to go and explain that one to fucking everyone.
So they know that you're a pretentious prick bringing
Yeah.
up your band at every
Yeah,
thing.
literally.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
just
sorry,
send
guys.
them this podcast. Be like, we talk about you guys at the end.
Bunch of pricks.
I'm
Fuck
too
yeah,
funny
it's
for my own
sack
good
him.
sometimes. They can fucking
Get him
try.
out. I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. You're gonna need a wrecking ball.
I've got dirt on all.
Yeah. To be fair, by the look of it, they couldn't survive without Sam. So like,
You can try.
I've done like one day there, and I'm like, yeah, Sam seems to hold this together pretty well.
That's all right. You'll just a lot of people.
Yeah. Carry on, Guff.
No, I was just basically saying at the fact that, you know, I think the one thing that's getting me through the whole thing was... Oh, no, that's what I was saying, sorry.
Buzz.
It was...
Buzz.
Suck a dick,
This
mate.
podcast.
No, it was the fact that I remember this, like, you know, one particular friend was like, oh, you know, I'm a bit worried. I don't want to go back home, you know, like, just because it's going back to, you know, kind of being boring, and, you know, things like this. And I was like, oh, no, yeah, I guess that would suck. And I mean, I was thinking... Oh, well, I've got my life together when I go back. Like, I didn't say that to her. I was like, I've got my life together.
I've got my life together.
In your face.
Yeah, I
It's
was
like, sucks to be you.
No, I was like, I remember thinking, oh, that sucks. But I remember at the time, I was like, no, I'm going back to a job that I'm comfortable with, like, you know, going back to, like, mates and stuff like that. It'll all be fine. But then I was kind of like, I kind of came towards the end of uni and I was like, I don't want to go back to that job because it's quite demanding. And I've got this, like, brief window where, you know, I can, you know, still live at home. I've not got any responsibilities left. I'm not necessarily, or like anything major. I can just get a part-time job and really try and push getting like a career sorted that I'm happy with over the next few years. Oh. So I was like, I'm going to go back to that. Yeah, porn back into it. I'm big into that recently. No, but
Big into porning.
Porning, yeah.
Well, that doesn't work because like porning is like
Exactly,
porn
yeah,
shops
yeah.
and it don't really work. Shit.
Shit.
Cut that, man. Cut that shit, Joe.
No, I was like, I'm basically just having it. But I think the good thing is that, like, where I was getting a bit of, you know, anxiety from it and things like that, like, I did start, like, you know, when people were like, are you all right? Like, what's up? And I was like, just because of this. And they were like, yeah, everyone's doing that. And I was like, that's literally the one feeling every student has coming out of uni. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that's, yeah, fuck it then.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, fuck it.
I think it
Join
carries
the
on.
circus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it carries on for the rest of your life. to
Oh,
be
buzz
fair.
in. Well, it's nice to know that I inadvertently joined a suicide pact.
I'm just gonna suffer.
Yeah.
Inadequacy
Did
is
you
our
not know what
greatest.
this is what this podcast
form.
is? Like, do you not read the contract?
Yeah. What contract?
Yeah, we do 10 episodes and we all kill each other. No,
Oh,
we kill
buzz in
ourselves.
suicide pact.
Yeah.
Well, we're overdue. We're on like
No,
episode 50.
No, we're on episode 1.
Oh, right, of Existential.
Yeah, it's that again.
Oh, well, in that case.
Yeah, we all died.
Oh, we briefly. Well, it's like. Matt
already
was
dead.
like, oh,
Yeah.
we said we'd get to 100 fucking episodes. So we're going to have to reset the clock now because I just want Doom to come quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, how do I number this episode? Episode 1 and then in brackets, like,
Just call it
19.
episode
No, don't do
Confuse
that.
everyone.
Yeah, just fuck with everyone. I think this podcast does just confuse everyone anyway, so at least hopefully some people are hooked.
Yeah.
Hooked on us. You've been designing the logo, Guff. How's
I
it
have
going?
been.
How's it going, pal?
You've
been doing it?
All right. I've been kind of playing around. I was kind of hoping, like, at some point I'd get your feedback on it if there's anything.
Why don't you show it to the audience, Guff?
Yeah.
For all those at
Hey,
home.
hey.
You'll see the finished product. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Well, yeah.
Depends how shit
You know
think
what?
it is.
You know what? It
I'm
does
not
need-
gonna lie to you. As soon as you introduced this as the Existential podcast, I was like, "Fucking hell, I better get to it." I was like, "Well, we've put a time frame on it now."
Well, we have because I go away on Monday, so
Yeah.
I need to put this out on Sunday. So
Yeah. No, it'll be done by Sunday.
you got till Sunday, pal.
Well, I'm hoping to do quite a lot more of it tonight.
Pressure, sweating,
Hey, what else are you doing
sweating a
for
bit,
it?
getting nervous.
Well, I've got this. If you use like this little icon
like it.
and you like the type, then I was gonna
Yeah.
play around with textures because I thought
Ooh, make it all spongy.
I wasn't gonna say spongy. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
That's
of
what
something.
spunky sounds like.
I don't know, like something
say
a bit more.
spunky?
Gives it a bit of edge.
Is that what you said?
You said
Spunky?
spongy.
Oh God, sorry. I
Spunky's
thought
not
you
a
said
texture.
spunky and you went shh, and I was like, is that what spunky sounds like?
No, spunky's like.
Spunky's not a texture.
I know it's not. That's why I was asking.
Oh,
It
right,
can
okay.
be.
Can it?
Depends
Yeah.
if you build it up over time.
No, like
it's like the.
It's like a paper mache.
Yeah.
This
The
is
black-
why
the black
this
light.
could also be described as crusty.
Yeah,
One might say.
it's like the church the cathedral in Barcelona. That's
Oh,
Sagrada
yeah.
Familia.
Yeah,
That's how it's built up like that over
Yeah.
time.
Oh God.
That is awful.
That's the
I'm
Spanish
glad
word,
I got
it's
that.
called.
I was like, shit, I've forgotten the name. I've been there as well. I'm like, fuck,
what
what's
is
it
it?
called? Very nice city. You should definitely go. Maybe not when there's a guy driving
Don't
on the street.
fucking
but,
plug that after a cum joke.
Yeah, just-
Hey, it's almost finished.
yeah, but that's what you get here. That's what you get here.
Tourism advice.
You get a
Yeah.
cum joke and then you get some tourism advice. Like you don't know what you're gonna get. It's a mixed bag of good and bad.
for the jokes,
mainly bad. We're kind of like...
That could be our tagline.
What?
God. Can you imagine that? Someone go, oh, Existential Tangent, come for the cum and stay for the jokes.
Come for the cum, don't
Coming
leave because
in
you're stuck
your
to the
ears.
seat.
Yes.
That was the joke
No,
that took years to, like, kick in. Do you not think? Because Peter Kay you watch when you're quite young, and there's obviously more of the blue jokes that you don't get.
Yeah.
And then, like, Charlie FM coming in your ears.
Yeah.
I remember the day I got that and laughing my head off. Like... It was like all the laughter that could have built up when I didn't understand
Yeah.
it kicked in one
6
go.
years.
Yeah.
6 years of Phoenix Nights.
Yeah, but
and
you
not
weren't even watching it
understanding
at the time. You were just in bed one day and you're like, that's what you fucking...
Coming in your
Mum, I get it!
Come in ears!
Yeah.
Oh. Cut that. I don't want any trace of that. I'm not having that. That level of disrespect.
I'll just beep it. Beep it. Can't be asked cutting it. It's too hard to cut. Everyone's laughing.
Yeah.
That's the problem when everyone's like, cut that, and I'm like, literally can't because like, everyone's laughing, everyone's joking.
Just fast forward it.
Triangle tits.
Imagine what this is going to sound like fast forward.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just going to try and pick up this word. Cum. There you go. Right, you can
I'm going to
start.
slow that down.
it
No, I'm going to slow that down.
Oh, I should have said quem. That would have been a better one.
So,
Continue.
I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? We've all had our turn.
I feel like we've had. Well, this is the. Well, I mean, we as prepared as we could be.
All yours had a point.
Yeah.
All yours had a point. Mine was like, I'm sad.
Yeah, just
Things aren't going my way. Oh, well, that's good. Good for you. Right, wrapping that up. You made me wait all this fucking time to just go, yeah, nice one, sad bitch. Like, go to it.
It's like, all right, Guffers, shut up. You're depressing everyone. Jesus. Who asked you? I'm just going to cut all your stuff out. Like, I'm literally going to say, like, we'll go like, so Guff, what do you want to talk about? And you go, well, I actually want to cut, like, to
Fantastic.
this moment here where I'm just carrying on. No, it's fast forward it all. That's fine. And then I'm just going to edit a bit of me and going, Guff spoke for, like, bloody ages. And it was all crap, so I've edited it all out, all right? So we're going into this. We're going to the actual ending here. The actual ending. Anyone else got anything you want to say?
No, I'm just happy we all had a point.
We've got a new theme song coming
We
as
do.
well.
We have got a new theme song, which you will have already heard, and you might be hearing it. Yeah, what we're doing at the end, actually. We're doing that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We've already heard.
Well, at the start, we've not heard it. The audience have heard it.
What's our show? Please
At the
watch
start
it.
of the episode.
Existential Tangent.
Is this all
Yeah.
for the times that Sam's whispered something in the mic we've not heard until playback?
I think
I mean, that whole theme tune there just went.
yeah, I think like Michelle might have said to him, like, Sam, like, you say some really funny stuff on the podcast that no one hears. You need to speak up more. And the last two
You guys
episodes.
are like Yoko Ono. Like, Sam, you're definitely the best one, but
He says murder the other guy.
Yeah, Michelle. Do you hear that?
Especially that
Fucking-
poor bloke. Making a conspiracy.
Yes. Yeah, Michelle. God's sake. Get off our lives. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the episode. The first episode of the Existential Tangent podcast.
Woo!
Well,
it's the Andrew Marshall, sorry.
Yeah.
it's not the right stuff. I'm off.
Last leg, I'm going to chop one of my feet off in a bit.
We
Terrible joke.
terrible as in bad taste or just
Bad
bad
taste.
taste?
I'll tell you afterwards.
What
Cut
you would
that as well. I don't want that. I don't want people thinking there's any evil in me.
There's so much.
Too late.
Too late.
Time go.
I'm not cutting everything. Jesus, so much,
this.
F. I'm not cutting this.
Cut yourself.
Yeah, who had that joke last week?
Alex, you say something. It'll look better.
Yeah, just no, don't say it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any more work.
Not really. Of every time you throw a fucking dark one in and you just
You
go,
put him on the spot.
"Yeah."
You put him on the spot. So we will have a new Twitter. We'll have a new
Are we
Twitter
getting a
handle.
Twitter handle?
But
Oh,
you could just
okay.
change your Twitter handle.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm just
can.
going to change it. So we keep our followers. But if you don't follow us on Twitter,
Ask for free cams.
yeah. Followed by so many sex bots. It's unbelievable. You'll find it all below, all the info, Facebook page, Twitter page. Oh, we'll need a new email now as well. Jeez.
Oh no.
Oh, we've still not got an
After all
email.
that inbox, we're just going to have to migrate all of those
Yeah.
4 emails. that we got.
No, it's all Twitter spam. That's all I get.
Oh.
But we'll have all new stuff. It's all going to be linked below where you can keep up to date with all this gold. Always. No one singing? Fine.
Believe in
This is
your
where we get
soul.
sued
Yeah.
by Spandau.
Spano Valley. No, they're all dead. Probably dead, aren't they?
No, they're still
Oh, no,
alive.
no.
Fuck 'em. Still going.
They're only in the 80s, mate.
They're still jamming.
No, Tony Hadley left them apparently because he's like the Morrissey of fucking shit 80s pop. So he's the Morrissey. Suck it, Smith fanboys. Get some real taste.
How long's he been sitting on that one for?
Oh, it's raining.
Yeah.
Oh, it's raining.
I've got a thorn in my side. Fuck off, cunt.
Save the animals. Fuck off. Which
come-
shirt should have buttoned all the way to the top tonight?
I'll compare genocide to KFC. Yeah, that's what sane people do.
So yeah, you can find us all below on all these places. If you want more of this, I don't know why you would, but if you do, there are places you can get your fix. But we're going to be back soon. I'm on holiday for 2 weeks. Sam's away for a little bit, but we're going to try and put something out.
Time really, 2 weeks, but
Yeah, we're going to put something out.
Guffcast.
Guff.
just guff in a room.
Guff stuck.
Guff stuff.
If you record it, they will come.
Yeah. So we're going to have stuff coming out.
Oh, make a cooking program and call it Guff Stock.
Guff stock.
Yeah,
That's good.
Stock
Amazing.
Cube.
Yeah.
Guff Stock Cube.
Yeah, we got it.
Fuck off.
Jeez. Overselling it.
Hey.
Guff
Hey.
stock.
Hey. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the flip side.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, mama, that show was spicy. Good night, everybody. Drive home safe. We'll see you next time.
Alex is waving. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm waving. Can you hear me waving? Can you hear me waving?
If you
I
do
don't
it
know.
faster,
I don't know.
Kiss his microphone.
Yeah, is it picking up the waving sounds?
Prick.
Cut it, Jordan. This is all bollocks.